checking for you, Otis.
Anybody come to see you, Otis?
Hey, guy.
Hey, man.
Otis. Man, what the fuck going on over here? I got all kind of shit.
You don't know what that is? You nigga act like he ain't know what that move was. You too young for that, bro.
I am, cuz. You know what I'm saying? I'm young. Y'all niggas old. Tell you 48. Stock you about 39. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a spring chicken, boy.
Right.
Man, fool, I noticed.
What you
I think I mentioned that shit. Like, I was on Facebook. The place where I always talk about the land of the dead. I was on Facebook,
I got
man,
something for you on Facebook.
and I saw
later,
niggas just who I graduated with, like 4 years older than me. Like, how the fuck is that possible? Like, you're 4 years older than me, cuz.
You know how that shit possible?
And we graduated, but you like, do you know that at the time? Like, I don't think you be knowing that shit at the time.
Nah, but I remember when I was a freshman. In high school, it was a nigga 19 in my freshman class.
That shit be crazy. And
He was making up a credit.
that be the cool niggas though.
Shit.
But
Nigga that been around the block.
I think my boy got put out first week. Cause
He had so much time to practice.
man, my
That
boy
be the
got put
cool.
out. My man came in that thing with a whole mustache and beard.
Shit.
Can you see yourself in high school? Let's see, 7 years maybe, 8 possibly.
Man, that's a long.
That's a
time.
long ass.
From 9th through 12.
Hey, but is there something to say about the nigga he ain't give up?
Maybe he had no
Hell no.
choice. Maybe his mama made him go.
But I thought in Mobile, when there a rule like you had to pay for school if you.
They
I feel like
always
after
said that
after
with that.
18 or like if you was 19 or something like that, you had to pay to go to school.
I've never really seen it, but
I just only heard it.
Yeah,
I don't know if
heard
it's
it.
true.
An early college degree, ain't it? He's got
That
depth.
nigga professional high school
You
student.
gotta go take out a student loan for high school.
Exactly. I got a student loan, 10% or
Professional high
school.
school.
I think I had a Pell Grant in that bitch.
Nigga sub it in that hole.
Nigga mad they couldn't do no what a college degree they paid for. Let alone
That
that
nigga had a clothing
Shit.
check. Got that bitch.
Damn.
Got to specialize. in
Nah,
that
but I
mechanics
don't
with
know if that was true or not. But I did used to hear that. I bet you.
We done know.
My boy would know if he was here.
Yeah, he'll give you some fake
He
facts.
definitely knows something
Fake
like
facts?
Huh?
Fake facts. My nigga got a lot of fake facts for your ass.
Nah,
See what
he
happened
knows
was,
shit like that. though.
In 1987, my grandmama and them had changed the rules so you can go to school as long as you want. You can be 38 in high school.
Nah, that's his shit.
38 in high school.
He knows shit like that.
38 hot in high school. That's about it. Shouts out to Joe with the fake facts. Look at you, man. You said you wasn't gonna talk about it. You brought it.
I was giving him props. I said my boy would know something. Nah, did I gave my boy props. I said my boy would know
You know
something.
what? You did.
I said he would know that.
You also know what? You
What?
said you wouldn't talk about him at all.
What you mean?
Todd,
I said I
agreed. Did he
when
not
when
say
I
that as
said
well,
I
Todd?
was talking about I wasn't gonna say nothing bad about my boy.
You ain't say that.
I didn't. I didn't. But now I'm letting y'all know I'm not talking bad about my boy. He ain't here.
I'm gonna make it come out. I'm gonna get it out to you.
You ain't gonna get it out of me. That's my dog.
Shouts out to Joe.
Shouts out to my dog.
Yeah, man. Shout out Joe, man. What's happening with you, brother?
What you got to say about him, Todd? Todd has
Have a good time, man.
Todd has
Have a good time. That's all I'm gonna say, man.
What you want, my man gone for the long haul?
Nah, man. You know.
You want him back?
Took over the whole little middle
Yeah,
section.
like my man got leg room.
Yeah.
It's leg
Open it
room.
wide open now. It's wide open.
My dog said he getting used to the leg room. Can't
Let
get
him
right.
breathe.
Stop missing.
You gonna get used to it.
Nah, I'm gonna let my boy
Why
go
the
back.
intro always about the nigga who missing?
Cause that's just standard.
It's just
Yeah, it's
natural.
standard.
Not always.
Most times.
It's the standard.
Yeah.
It's the standard. You miss, you automatically get fucked with.
That's the rule.
Yeah, that's the rule.
Dummy law number 1.
So stupid on that bitch.
hey,
Older than this. Fuck he a comedian.
Yeah,
I'm so dumb.
I feel
That
like
nigga look so stupid.
I feel
over
like
there,
I'm moving. I'm just swaying over this bitch with this mic in my hand. And can't get right. You trying to self-sabotage too, cuz. Fuck that. I'm going to talk about you. Every time this nigga miss, he leaves some shit at home or don't bring some shit on purpose, cuz. What's up with that? Why you trying to self-sabotage? The nigga left my mic stand at home. I'm in this bitch holding the mic. I'm trying to type and
Pause.
talking the mic. Yeah, pause.
Yeah.
Big pause.
Big, huge pause.
Stop self-sabotaging, cuz. It's still your podcast.
You let him do it.
You let him do it.
Here we go. You're tuning in to the Dummies podcast. I'm Stop.
I'm Todd.
I'm motherfucking Hootie, nigga.
And we back like we never left, cause like we say every week, we never leave. It's episode 59.
You bitch you.
Yeah,
Almost 60.
crawling. Yeah, it's 59. It's Friday, November the 15th, man. We in this thing, man, podcasting. doing what we do. Our dog Joe, man, he went out to handle some business. He having a good time out there in Cali, man. I hope he bring us something back, man. We want souvenirs.
Yeah, that's right.
I want a souvenir I could get rid of. You know what I'm saying? Bring me that kind of souvenir.
I think it's a souvenir he can get rid of. But yeah, man, we in this thing, man. It's kind of late. Oh, good news this week. Finally. We've been saying it over and over and over again. Dez, give us some hand claps, man.
Probably since episode 9.
It's been a while, man. If y'all don't know, we talking about merchandise. Yes.
You bitch, you.
Merchandise is in, man. We're going to launch the site this week. So for those who've been asking, man, you can go on our website at the www.thedummies.podcast.com. Load up on your merch, man. We got shirts, sweatshirts, crew neck sweatshirts, socks, cups, 2 different kind of mugs,
hats,
book bags, hats, man. You name it. Y'all been asking for
recommendations too. Let us know if you want some shit.
Let us know if you want something or want a specific color. We'll do our best to try to get it to y'all.
Spend your money, man.
Yeah,
spend your money.
Spend it.
Why not spend it with us? You know us.
And it's good quality, man.
It's definitely great quality.
It's good quality. We ain't saying that just to say. And that's kind of the reason why it took us so long. Because we had ordered some shit. We saw it like, I'll wear it. But I don't know if I want somebody to buy it.
Yeah, we didn't want to give them the fruit of the loom.
So we had a few different merchants that we got it from, and we found the right one.
Right.
Yeah. Good quality, man. Get the shit. Man.
So this is what we want you to do. We want you to participate with us this week, man. If you're not following the Dummies page, follow it.
You bitch, you.
I know most of y'all already are, but if you're not, follow it. We want you to retweet, repost this episode or repost some type of promo video that we dropped this week, whatever y'all see. Make sure you repost it on your storyline. If y'all do that, as well as share our website this week, we're going to enter you in a drawing to win a $50 Visa card courtesy of the Dummies podcast. That's from Lee, Joe, Todd, and Hootie, Dez.
The Dummies.
We ain't got no money to be giving away either.
Right. Motherfucker. It's Christmas time too?
But seriously. For whoever, share our stuff, share our episode this week. Do it all week. And what we'll do is at the end of the week, we'll go through, see who all added us and who shared it. We'll randomly pick somebody and, we'll give you that $50 Visa card. That's for rocking with us, man. And like I said, we've been wanting to get this merch and we finally got it out to y'all.
And it's live now. So you motherfuckers could go on the website. I don't mean the motherfuckers, but
y'all
can go on y'all can go on the website now, check it out. You know what I'm saying? Let us know what you think. Let us know your recommendations.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's over Friday?
Yep, Friday. Okay. You got till Friday. What's the date, Friday?
Today the 15th, 7 days is 22. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. You better use your calculator.
You got till Friday the 22nd.
Use your calculator.
Because we'll announce it next week on next week's episode. Remember, we're going to be off. Next Friday, we're going to record. But we're going to be off on the, what is that?
The following, the 22nd, 29th?
We're not recording on the 29th. And so
that
whatever that
Monday.
following the 2nd. There won't be no episode from the Dummies podcast on December the 2nd. But, yeah. How the fuck your week was, Hoop?
Long, man. Long. Started off real good, though. Go Tigers. All y'all motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out meaning the LSU Tigers. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't going to brag and gloat like these Florida fans, like y'all Bama fans. But it started out good that way, man. I did what I said I was going to do in the last podcast. I said I was going to take me some time and just get away from every fucking thing. And so after we recorded that Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I did not leave. I went to the gym, but for myself. But outside of that, I ain't leave the house, man. I just stayed, relaxed, feel well rested. And I think that propelled me for a good, cool, long week again. But I'm ready for another one. Yeah. How about yours, Todd?
Eventful, I'll say the least.
Eventful.
Yeah. Saturday after we pod, me and the wife, we went over to Atlanta. A little,
I saw
vacation.
With y'all little couples pictures and shit.
Yeah,
that shit was dope.
That shit was dope. You know what I'm saying?
Let us take them for y'all next time, though.
Oh, you little do you know, you already goddamn booked. But, we went over there. Dope little piece of spot. You know, they got to cut the check for me to put that name on here, though.
Dummy.
Yeah, we went out there, and beyond that, me and Lil DJ, man. Shout out Lil DJ, man. Lil DJ got me backstage access. Went and seen Rhapsody, Big Crit, and Demani. Yeah, my man got me backstage.
We seen you over there in the corner looking all shy.
Yeah,
Man,
sitting in the corner.
My man was scared to talk.
Listen,
I had that nigga in time out of it.
That nigga was looking like, ooh, Rhapsody.
bro. I'm
Like
telling
she
you,
had a glow
I
around
can't
his
even.
eyes.
He said she did.
I'm telling you,
Big
fool,
glow.
like it was like she was giving off something, fool. Like I was stuck because I'm a fan.
Big bum.
Bum.
I'm a fan.
Bum fan.
If you'd have went over there and you'd have said something, if I would have done it, I'd have appeared to be a groupie.
Why?
And I'm too cool.
You
for that.
shit, you still
But why?
look like it over there,
Right,
dazed.
She
I
probably,
couldn't move, bro.
But it depends on
I couldn't move. It's just what
That
it
nigga
is.
said she had him speechless.
That nigga said he couldn't move, and he
I
don't think
couldn't
that
move,
made
bro.
him look not cool. That nigga sitting over there. Bill.
I'd rather be
Nigga stiff as a
uncool,
board,
sitting still, not looking like a group, and then like drooling over.
But you
them, know what I'm saying?
don't think for somebody who you think of that magnitude, you probably should tell them, hey, I'm a big fan of you.
I did when I met her. Like DJ introduced me to her. Like I shook her hand, and you know what I'm
See,
saying.
you
Like,
didn't tell
hey,
us
how you
all
doing?
that though. You only told her when you was being a dweeb.
Yeah, I was a big
He was over
dweeb.
that bitch looking starstruck as fuck.
I was
Nigga,
very
back that bitch
starstruck.
looking at the handyman on TV and shit.
Very starstruck.
Looking at
But,
commercial.
Real cool experience. And he gets foreshadowed on that tour because he's so young. But Demani is he's a pretty good
Yeah, he
artist.
dope, man. That
He
man got
dope.
major spit.
Right. He got T.I. and them did a real good job with him.
Yeah.
Like he real mannerable and everything. Like he's cool to do.
So you said T.I. doing a great parenting job.
In that aspect, you know, because you're a boy, you know. You don't have to go to the doctor with him. Stop. What about you, bro?
My week, man, it was cool. We got a 3-day weekend? Well, 2-day weekend because I still went to work Saturday.
Is that the same as just going to work on a regular day?
What, Saturday?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It's more laid back though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I give it that. Saturday is laid back versus during the week. And
Better
it's not
parking
as many
spots.
people. Yeah, good parking spot. Well, I get a good
Great
parking
parking
spot
spot.
anyway because I get that bright and early in the morning.
Crack
But-
it on, got it.
Yeah, but I mean, it was cool, man. Good week. Good football games, like you said, the LSU Bama game. That was a dope game. I know I didn't have no dog in the fight, so it was good just to watch a game and be neutral. I was telling somebody today, like sometimes it's cool not being a fan of a team, like just to actually enjoy the sport.
Do
That's
you
true.
find yourself still cheering some kind of way for somebody?
Yeah, both sides. Like
Yeah.
good play defense, a
Right.
great play. I just like that's what I'm saying. I get to enjoy it more.
With you being that football player, do you even sometimes watch your own team and fuss at the other team for making bad plays? Like, that was a stupid ass play. Just because you're a fan of the game itself.
Nah, if
Well-
you're playing my team, I
I'd
want
be
you
like-
to do everything right.
I'd be like, damn, Tua, that was a badass play. You should have threw it here, but fucking right. You know what I'm saying?
I don't do that as much with my team, but I did do that shit the other night. Jordan had a basketball game. And they was playing whoever they was playing, and the other team just made a good ass play. And it was like from a kid, it was like a kid made a good, like, damn, that was a good ass play. And I caught myself saying, I was like, oh shit. Look around,
I ain't supposed to say that.
I was on the wrong side. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, other than that, man, dope week, like I said there. It was good, man, trying to work on the website, man, get everything out for the people, man. That consumed a lot of the week. So yeah, that was my week.
That's dope, man. And people, I'm glad he said that because I don't know if the people know, like a lot of the shit, like probably all of the shit we actually do, we do it for y'all. Like we record this podcast for
Facts.
y'all. We put this website out for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like I think we do it more for y'all than we do it for ourselves.
Right.
And I think it should be that way because I think once you start doing it for yourself, you're kind of selfish.
Right.
And then you start thinking about other people and just shit like that. I don't know how the fuck I got into this. but-
Narcissist.
Telling you. At this point,
we gonna
you
be
ain't-
that. We gonna be that anyway because you feel like you can do something for the people.
I mean, at this point,
Who are you? Who the fuck
Who
are
said
you?
I asked you to do it for me?
Yeah, that's all.
Fucking narcissist.
No matter what you are,
You talk for me, motherfucker.
yeah. Talk for yourself. You're a narcissist. Talk for them. You're a
but I
narcissist.
already told them people if they ain't listening to us, what's gonna happen to them?
What's-
You know what I'm saying? They're gonna
What's gonna
find
happen to
out
their
they
mama or
real
some
dad, ain't they dad? You know what I'm saying?
So what that says about their mom? Ooh. She's a hoe. Oh, yeah, that's crazy. Something wrong with y'all, cuz.
Yeah, they're gonna end up having early onset edge alopecia.
Mm.
So when your edge is gonna fall out.
Alopecia. That sounds like some shit I can't spell. I ain't even
But you
try.
getting the words now, who? Remember?
Alopecia?
Like they coming to your email.
I ain't got that one yet.
You ain't got that one, okay.
I don't think that one will come because I heard it. I said become, whatever. I don't think that one will come because that's not a complicated word, I don't think. So I've heard of it a long time ago. I just don't know what the fuck it is. It's like the dog mange or some shit. Ain't that what, something similar? Goddamn.
They said the dog
man.
Well, I think I learned that as a little kid. All them little mange ass dogs, my folks around them.
Got the mange.
Man, I used to hate to see the little dog. The nigga ain't got no fur on him.
Man, I ain't. Damn. When I first got Nola, fool, she was a mutt. So about a month after we got her, she had the mange. Like, that shit looked bad, fool. Like, I was thinking about taking her back and shit. You had to touch her with gloves and shit. But that shit eventually...
Nola had ringworm around
she
that
did,
bitch.
fool. Like, that shit was bad. Like, everything, all her hair and shit had fell out.
How the fuck you got rid of that shit?
Like, clean. Took care of her, man. Like,
What that
bathed
shit?
her with,
Sauce and blue?
bathed her with- dog sauce and blue. Goddamn. Sauce and bark.
Blue Star.
And that
Blue Star.
What you know about that Blue Star? What you had to use that for, Todd?
But y'all know Grace, man. She would find all kind of goddamn recipes and mixtures to put on oatmeal,
Put
mixed
some
with
vegan,
honey,
some vegan shampoo on them.
all that shit. And it worked. So goddamn, nurse the baby.
Avocado chicken nuggets and shit.
She got that good shit now.
Did y'all see, man, in New York,
What's up, B?
a Boston resident thought that she was staying in a 90-day a night. Hold on, 90-day a night.
$90 a day.
Shit.
$90. Both of us. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
You said it.
She
You cut
thought that
yourself.
she was staying in a $90 a night Airbnb apartment in Manhattan. It turned out what actually was what she thought was a nice high rise ended up being a public housing project.
I saw that shit. And
That's
I had
Negro ingenuity for yeah.
So
That's a good ass hustle.
super hustle.
Hey, I bet you the description was so live.
So I saw that shit.
Beautiful
and
views.
I tried to read it and see if it was in Manhattan, in fact. Was it still in Manhattan?
Shit, it had to be because she used it.
And so that's what I was wondering.
What I told you about that nigga in them questions.
but the article never says it's not
That's
in
what-
Manhattan. So technically, she got what she paid for. A apartment in Manhattan, Airbnb.
But you know what? I think that's part of why Airbnb is cracking down on some of what they saying because it says it's prohibited by HUD regulations. So
Yeah, can't
what they
make
were
money
supposed to do was kind of illegal. But you can't knock the hustler.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
nah, you can't.
I was gonna say that. And is that one of them HUD dirty rules? You know what I'm saying? Like
Shit.
you're in income-based housing, so you can't make no money off this.
Well,
house.
that count.
Well, that nigga
I mean,
I get it, but you should want them to make money.
That nigga paid $90 for that whole nigga. You know them nigga rent probably about $5 a month.
I wonder if she went
You
in.
pay
but
that
I would
shit
have
up
got
for 2 years.
Like who? Like you pay? I'm gonna pay $90 a month. And I'm just thinking this bitch spectacular in New York.
Right.
$90.
You better know something for me. You know something.
Nigga. That shit can't get you the cab ride.
Manhattan.
All I gotta do is turn one corner and I know.
Yeah,
Like remember like when we played football, remember when you used to go to them different cities? And like you get close by the state. Like, nigga, you knew where you was at. All you could tell when you started seeing more niggas walking outside, you knew where you was at.
Yeah, this is true.
Nigga, playing in the basketball was the worst. Playing middle school basketball. We went to the school Marshall Falk went to. Carver. Went to Carver. Beat their ass last shot. We had to run to the bus, nigga. Leaving that bitch, they had about 800 niggas out that bitch just ready to fuck the bus up. But we knew that pouring in that if we won, we got to get the fuck up out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's part
That happens now.
That was part of it. We knew like when we played blunt and shit. Like, yeah, you better get y'all shit. Let's get the hell up out of
At
here.
Pritchard Stadium?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Pritchard Stadium. You better get the fuck up out of
Getting
there.
that bitch brick.
Straight up.
That shit
Nah, but I
got
saw that. I thought that was kind of crazy.
Shouts out to that hustler.
Yeah, straight up. 'Cause
Keep
that's,
hustling.
That's what you're supposed to do. Make some money. And bigger business news, man. Nike said that they won't sell directly to Amazon anymore. Basically, Nike said in they're trying to get more. More direct to go straight from Nike straight to the consumer. So in doing that, they said that they're no longer selling merchandise or letting Amazon merchandise any of their products. Did y'all see that?
I didn't see that, but I wonder, like, how does that affect them? Like, in a negative aspect, so to say, like, if you can't get it from Amazon, or is it more convenient to get it from Amazon?
It can't be no convenience.
I never got it from
probably was
Amazon.
more convenient.
Right,
but-
I was saying.
I mean, Nike is big business. If they
Right.
did it, it's a reason.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
don't need each
and
other.
I think it's different from that reason that they listed. They probably just make more money shipping it directly.
Well, that's what they're saying. They want to get directly from them straight to you.
But when okay, I understand. But the way I heard it is that they're trying to make it easier for the consumer when it doesn't seem like that.
It doesn't get any easier than them.
But me personally, I've always just, as long as you don't fuck with what's going on at the Nike outlet, I'm good. Because that's where I go anyway.
Ain't them niggas trying to roll out like same day delivery?
A lot of people trying to do that shit. Fool.
Like
some places have it. Like Amazon actually has it in California and New
that's
York.
what I'm saying. Like Amazon, like you buy some Jordans on Amazon, you get the bitch the same day. You ain't got to worry about going to the store. Like that takes everything out of it.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
And you got to remember, Nike still got they big people. Like,
Right.
you know, you got Amazon, but they still got Foot Locker, they got Dick's,
Right.
Nordstrom's, or just some of the ones that they already got that still be selling them other than Amazon.
So,
Okay.
question. You think that makes it a little harder for them? I know it does, but you
Who,
think
Nike?
it... Yeah.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Like I said, I don't think.
Nike can sell erasers.
Right.
I get it.
real.
I get it,
Don't
but
buy
then think about just having your shit on Amazon. Like sometimes niggas will go on Amazon and just buy some shit just because they see
Think
it
about
there.
Amazon
Think
having
about-
Nike on there.
Right.
I get it.
Right.
But sometimes you just on Amazon. Like
Like
I've
Nike,
been-
I guess Nike.
I think
look
they're
at
gonna
it,
be productive either way.
Nike looking at
They will.
Nike probably look at it like, nigga, we was selling this shit before Amazon
Right.
existed.
Right.
Like that.
I get it.
We straight.
Do you want your shit in more places or less places?
Again, it's Nike. It's
It's
big
Nike,
business.
right.
If they doing it, it's a reason. Gotta be.
Facts.
Put me on Amazon. That's all I'm saying.
yeah.
Put me on Amazon, goddamn. That's all I'm saying. Drake, man. Drake got booed off stage in Camp Flognaw. Flognaw. He got booed off stage. It was a what's the Odd Future dude name? The nigga with the
Tyler, the Creator?
Tyler Creator. It was a Tyler the Creator festival.
CTE fucking over.
Nah, I just really ain't remember the nigga. It was a Tyler the Creator festival, and basically what happened is a lot of the fans thought that they were going to get another guest. It was a surprise guest, and then Drake actually came out. And then when Drake came out, they booed him. And the first thing that came to my mind was to ask y'all this question. I think I know the answer, but ask this question is, do you think that Drake is losing his luster, or are these people just fucking nuts?
Nah, I just think that crowd just wasn't a Drake crowd.
Right.
I don't think that he's losing his luster so much. I just think that from everything I've read and seen about that particular crowd, that's just not his niche. You know what I'm saying? Drake gonna be who he is. He's one of the biggest rap artists, or one of the biggest artists, period.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's definitely in the top 5, top 10 artists in the world right now. You know what I'm saying? And I just, for them to boo, I don't know. I don't think it's him losing his luster at all.
Right. I agree. I don't think that was his crowd. You know what I'm saying? They probably was expecting, because I mean, think about it, the Odd Future artists, all of them people that's on that side, and then you got Drake. That shit like two different worlds for real.
It is.
It
So-
is. It's two total.
It's
I
way
still
more of
think
a-
it's super odd though.
Yeah, it's.
Right.
I mean, if you think about it, it's more of a underground
Right.
kind of crowd versus a big mainstream.
Big mainstream. Right,
One of the
yeah.
biggest mainstream artists you can have. So they probably, like you said, they was expecting, who was it?
Frank Ocean.
Frank Ocean.
And that's
Yeah.
why that's tough to understand as well, because I think that he's more of a bigger mainstream artist rather than an underground type artist.
Yeah, he is.
He
but
is, but
he's not as accessible as Drake. I don't
Right.
think.
and not to say, you know what I'm saying, we're not downplaying.
And not
those
on
guys
purpose,
anyway.
though.
Putting that out there first and foremost.
Yeah, on purpose. Yeah,
Right.
but I'm just saying, like Drake is more.
So gotcha. So you will want to see Frank Ocean more so than you would Drake, because more
It's a
than
lot of
likely-
people still don't
Yeah.
even know what Frank Ocean probably looked like.
I barely do.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
been-
that's
I ain't
why I
seen him in
said
a
it, because
while.
I probably don't. I don't think
Right.
I really know what the nigga look
But
like.
then that makes more sense. That you're willing to boo the nigga who's more accessible than the nigga who's not, because you never know when you're gonna see him. So you
And-
really want to see him even more.
And like building that group of people, building that core base,
Mhm.
is people who like they like underground stuff.
Right.
They kind of rebel against that mainstream
Right.
because they feel like it's a machine behind the mainstream, and they feel like, you know what I mean. So it's easy to just rebel against it, I think. So that's probably why you got, a lot of the boos and stuff.
Do y'all think that angers Drake though? To be booed, and I don't know if I've ever seen that really happen to him. I know I haven't seen that happen to him, and definitely in that manner. So do you think that upsets him, meaning he comes back fiercely? So,
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think he got a feeling about that, definitely. You know what
Absolutely.
I'm saying? That's like, going to an Outkast concert and Dre 3000 ain't there. You're gonna be pissed off.
Hey, Drake should have pulled that Snoop Dogg.
Yeah. Y'all niggas ain't got no love for me. Love for Drake. Y'all ain't got no love for Drake. Nigga nice ass. Nigga went backstage and sung a song.
He probably ain't do but like 2 songs and just left. You know what I'm saying? But
Snoop was extra
And
live for
Andre
that shit.
3000 at the Source Awards.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
South got something to say. Yeah, but nah, I you can't help but you probably feel it. And Drake, as competitive as we know him to be, he definitely. Did y'all see on the internet they was putting up Drake diss songs? To my he already got diss songs ready for the flog now.
Yeah, nigga dissing flog now. Do y'all think he was serious or he was just trolling about the residency there? The next 10 years. That song?
I wouldn't shock me. You know what?
Because it seems like if
Dial it up.
If Tyler can do that, I can do that here.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
I mean, we know his reach is like that. So
yeah,
come back strong, Drake. I don't mind the Drake project right now.
Music moguls. We saw Dame Dash. They were saying that Dame Dash was having trouble making his payments on a lot of his debts that he had out there. And it got me to thinking, you know, we saw him on the Breakfast Club. He was talking about big business and how easy it was to start a business and everything. It's kind of hard for me to see, like, I know we see it all the time where people go broke and run out of money and everything, but do y'all really think Dame Dash is out of money, or do y'all think that was kind of like, kind of fabricated?
It's hard to say, but I think he's out of money. Because when I think of Dame Dash, I try to think about what's the last thing he did productively that I can remember or even think of. And it's hard to think of what that one thing is that's keeping him making money. Because the most recent things that we've been seeing about Dame, unfortunately, is him going through money troubles, him going through divorces, him not being able to afford child support, him not being able to afford debt and houses, and Hove helping him out on some taxes or whatever it may be.
Yeah. I seen that, remember he was seen checking Lee Daniels about that money. And they saying that Lee Daniels actually started making payments on that money, but that he has garnishment set up because of that. So he not getting
it. Right. Man, I'm with you. I think it's one of those things where, you know, you sever ties with arguably one of the greatest rappers and
the greatest.
You know, you really don't have a plan B. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, sure, you're on TV with the reality TV show, but, you know, how much money are you really making doing it? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not really seeing the money that he was once seeing with Rockefeller and Rockaware and, you know, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
does he self-sabotage a lot?
Yeah, I would have to agree with that, too.
I think Dame come from one of them cloths that you like. We recognize it and we respect it. But like there's no bend and wiggle to it.
Right.
So
there's no conformity. It doesn't conform to anything.
So when it gets to that point, do you like it?
I mean, no, you to me, I think as we evolve, like we talked about before on here, I remember it was time, like, man, nigga, I ain't never wearing no polo shirt. What I look like put on a polo with them.
Evolve.
And then the next year, I was like, shit, they polo, right?
Now I gotta wear a tie.
Right. You know? It's like, man, I'm not wearing that to work. And then now, you know what I'm saying? So I think as you get older, you're supposed to evolve. I can't say that I just feel like from what I see from him, it just seemed like he always got stuck in that same mindset and he didn't evolve. Because like even when you see interviews from Jay sometime, you see like, you know, there was a plan for these things. Like he was always forward thinking. He was always, and Dane was like, nah, we not going to, you know what I'm saying? And
you see what happened.
You see how you could tell by that Breakfast Club interview. I think he's still on that, I'm going to be a business owner, I'm going to be a boss thing.
Yep.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And I don't see a whole lot of people beating the door down to be in business with Dame Dash.
I really like Dame, man.
But I like him too.
But it had got to a point to whereas
Chatty Patty.
I couldn't listen to him.
Right.
Right. Like I couldn't listen to him no more. He's gonna give you a good interview, but then he's also gonna have within that interview some shit that be like, damn, I really can't listen to Dame.
Right.
Even though he said all of that good shit, this nutty shit here, not the Say that,
kind of
but-
offsets it.
Right. Even more so than that good shit.
Right.
So, like...
Yeah. And I get what he was saying on that long ago interview on the Breakfast Club. Yeah, who doesn't want to be their own boss? I.e. the Dummies. We got merch here. You know what I'm saying? So,
Boss.
Speaking of you being your own boss, do y'all go to work every day thinking, how the fuck can I not come to work every day no more? What do I need to do to not come? Like, I don't be wanting to go sit at work, man. I be like, it's a whole lot of shit I know I could be out here doing and not having to get up and go to work every fucking day.
yeah,
All the time.
all the time.
All the time. But like that shit just starts with just do
An
it.
idea.
Yeah, you got an idea, and then sometimes people just go for it. Like some of those entrepreneurs, if you read, like from some of them books I've read and some of them like stories I watched, some of them people, man, they just did it.
Right.
They ain't had no idea how it was finna work. They just did it.
That shit be hard too, fool. Especially when you have some shit that's gonna be there for you regardless.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you might have 16 other side hustles or plans you want to do that you're good at, but you just be scared to jump.
But you know what I learned a long time ago? That's the gift and the curse of what we do. The gift and the curse of like sometimes having such a good job and having such a stable job is it allows comfort. So like it puts you in a place where, oh, no matter what, I got this to fall back on. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm always here. So you can take calculated gambles, but you stand there. A lot of those people, man, who become millionaires and man, they risk it all, man, just to try to
fuck
do
that
it.
comfort.
Yeah, they don't even have that comfort.
Right.
They remove that shit right out the way. It's like I don't have no wings. I'm jumping off the cliff.
Right.
I'm gonna figure out how to fly.
I think it's the same. They just act on it because our same comfort is our discomfort.
I can't say that, bro.
Because
I've read so much stuff and like looked at so many stories on some of these people of sleeping in cars and all that. Like we not gonna do that. Now I'm not gonna say we're not gonna do that, but we at a point where like you're so set where you're at,
right?
And you're in such a good place. It's like I don't have to do that,
Right?
right, and I get that, but that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is like your comfort is your discomfort, meaning your job is your comfort, but at the same time you're there the entire day just uncomfortable because you're like fuck.
Yeah, but it's totally different than I'm at this job and it's fuck, but shit, they just paid me a handsome. I just got paid pretty. I come home, the lights cut on. I go home to a home. Them people, if this doesn't work, I'm going home to this car.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And that's all I got. I got this car out here. And if that don't work, then I'm going back to a car.
Right.
If your shit don't work, you going back to a beautiful house. Shit.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. Because I feel it. And I agree. But then at the same, I still think it's the same. Your comfort is your discomfort as well.
I get what you're saying.
I get what you're saying. I do.
And in a sense, yeah, I feel like that too. You know what I'm saying? But you're not, like you saying, you're not gonna not go to work and be like,
it's just a different. It's just a
I
different
got
kind of
responsibilities here. You know what I'm saying? If I was younger and I was living in an apartment and be like, fuck it, I'm just finna just risk it all and do that. Now I got this mouth to feed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a different kind of comfort.
Right.
Like I was just talking to somebody about responsibilities and being single. Like when you like single, for example, like even like before Jordan came back and all that stuff. Like when you single, it's like. I can be so irresponsible with this money.
Right.
Like I can spend all of this down to the last quarter
in the club,
and I'm cool because I can eat.
Yeah,
I can
noodles,
eat
got
some hot dogs, or
right.
and I'm straight.
She'll bring me something.
Right.
Right. With that club that when when you ignore the dough.
She got rallies. She got rallies.
Taco Bell.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. But you can't. It become different when you take on responsibilities and have a house. So it's just kind of a different experience. So I don't know, man. I wish the best for Dane because, like y'all said, I like him a lot. I think he's a good person, man. And hopefully he'll bounce back. I think
he does.
I think he do because he got the hustler mentality and that spirit, so he'll bounce back.
And we talked about you specifically said that it's so easy. He said somebody it's so easy to make this cookie business or this whatever business that go out and do it. And I think that if he just thinks of it as that simple, he can do it.
Yeah.
But he probably has something so specific he wants to do that's not working. He's not just thinking as simple as go make this cookie business.
Speaking of bosses,
Boss.
and entrepreneurs, PayPal is pulling out of Pornhub,
Pulling out.
hurting hundreds of thousands of performers.
My God.
Why?
Pornhub announced that PayPal is no longer supporting payments for the site, and a decision that will impact thousands of performers. There's a lot of people who upload their porn starness onto Pornhub, and they get paid via PayPal. You can monetize your content. And so PayPal said they're no longer doing it. So now they're making them go to other avenues.
So I could have been rich by now.
Does cash? Shit. So Cash App about to get rich.
Cash
App is
somebody
another
step in
avenue,
shit.
right.
They got to get paid. It's a
Right.
business.
Right.
Did they say why they stopping? Sorry.
PayPal didn't really say. From what
They grew
I
a
saw, they
conscience.
were doing.
Of what?
Nothing.
We're
Like
selling
it's
sex.
I'm pretty sure they still selling sex.
Well, time out.
Just not from
I can't
Pornhub.
say that this has happened during the store, but
Apple Pay.
nah, but to what you were saying, like I heard, and I don't know how true this is. I didn't see this in this store, but there was a lot of Pornhub hub stuff or things that were getting uploaded to sites, something like that had
Like kids and
trafficking,
shit.
and stuff.
Gotcha.
So I don't know if
I
this
get
has
it, I get
anything to do with PayPal's decision, but that's something to
That
think
could
about.
play a role into why you would
I feel
do
it.
it.
Fuck that. You don't want to.
Yeah, that shit
Creepy
hard to
shit.
even comment on once you got
Yeah,
the head
yeah.
coming from
Pornhub
that
kind of
aspect.
flipped it, saying that people like PayPal being there helps get rid of the stigma of
I gotta
of
pay for
sex
ads.
workers,
Yeah,
but-
you know what I'm saying? Like I can pay you from a distance and still get my shit off.
Right. Shit.
But then those same people they still also have to see that
Yeah.
they're paying for kiddie porn. And,
You know, you
Yeah.
just
shit.
you see that places like Pornhub and all them different sites like that. You see like there's been a push maybe to legalize shit like that, and they said that would fix it or help. You see
Some
other
places it is.
countries
Some places it is.
that they let them file taxes and actually have safe shelters and places set up for that.
Right.
But it's like wherever you see stuff, unfortunately, and I mean this sincerely, unfortunately, you find black markets and everything you legalize. Like, even if they legalize weed across the U.S., it's still gonna be
A black
market
Yeah.
somewhere.
For some reason,
Right.
people
Like
love
they got
shit
black
that's
market
illegal.
shit. You can get black market J's, black market
This is true.
Nikes. It's always a black market.
It's
So.
black market every goddamn thing.
Right.
Yeah.
No matter what you want, you can get it from the black market. And I guess it's just something about people liking shit that's illegal.
It's cheaper.
Cheaper. That's what I was just about to say.
People like
Cheaper off the books.
The cost of it. Yeah.
Right.
If I can get some J's for $60, some
And they
people
look
gonna
like
get 'em.
J's. Why not? I mean, if they look like J's.
J-A-Y.
Some of y'all
They had them done with the
Dummy,
Shaq
dummy,
dunking.
Yeah, some of y'all J's ain't J's.
J-A-Y's. Goddamn.
Some of y'all J's got God, sham God. That ain't J's, but
Nigga got Shaq dunking them. But fuck.
Nigga Jordan laying the ball up. Right?
Nigga got
Jordan
that
wore 20.
Desmond Howard Heisman pose on that
Wait,
bitch.
Jordan wore 28 goddamn, when he retired and went in the park.
The fuck he doing with a golf club in his hand? goddamn?
Yeah, goddamn. Jordan got a cigar in his mouth.
my
Get the
God.
fuck out of here.
But hey, I seen
Retarded.
some fake J's in my day, boy.
Yes, so.
Yeah, but
Yes, so.
as crazy as it is with that, man, I just think that leads to another PayPal type business making money. Because somebody's going to
course.
pick it up.
Somebody feel the
No,
vacuum.
no,
That's
yeah.
what business
That's
is.
what business is, right?
I'm a terrible person. I'm a
Scabs.
great businessman, though. You know,
Right.
so, and some businessmen think of it that way, but then sometimes you got to look at some cases and be like, why not? You know, I guess.
Yeah.
Yo,
I got a study for you.
study.
Ooh.
Study. Do I need to read? I don't want to read.
No, you ain't got to read.
Okay.
It says that it basically starts off by saying let her sleep.
Let her sleep?
Let her sleep.
I do.
It says women need more sleep than men, says science.
I let them.
Couples will sometimes fight over who sleeps in more. According to a new study, it turns out that your wife should be the one sleeping in, not you. The study examined 210 middle-aged men and women and found that women suffer greater health issues from lack of sleep than men. They found that basically women with poor sleep is strongly associated with high levels of psychological distress and greater feelings of hostility, depression, anger. In contrast, the feelings were not associated with that in men.
Have your woman ever got mad at y'all for letting her sleep?
Yes. Yes.
But she's gonna get mad with you. Why you let me sleep? Why you wake me up to go to the gym? Because I ain't want to hear this in the gym. And ultimately, the chicken was better when you slept in. You know what I'm saying? So,
got better chicken. Yeah, that bum chicken.
Dummy.
Yeah, 3
you know what
hours.
I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that bum chicken.
But honestly, I believe that shit. Because it says one major function of sleep is to allow the brain to recover and repair itself. Basically, the journal through the science of sleep. During deep sleep, the cortex is the part of the brain responsible for thought, memory, language, and so on, basically regenerates itself or goes into recovery mode. So basically, the more women sleep, and it says that basically women are more multitasking. So they need to refresh a little more than men. Now, I thought about that.
I don't know about the multitasking more part.
That's what they say.
I get it, but I get it. If it's mostly.
They multitask more. Yeah, they be over that bitch worried about all the wrong motherfucking shit, trying to overthinking every goddamn thing and still come up to the wrong conclusion.
Now, when you put it that way,
Yeah.
I see what you said. Yes.
When
Okay.
when you said that 3 weeks ago,
Nigga
were
rest.
you really serious? Like you still thinking about that shit?
What the fuck did I even say?
I've been doing a lot of organization and still come up with the wrong goddamn conclusion.
Shit's still unorganized. Unorganized ass organization. Yeah. Nigga trash.
Come on, Todd, get in trouble with us, man.
What you got,
Come
Todd?
on, say something.
Do you let Tamika sleep more or you wake her up in the
I
middle of
never
the night?
wake Tamika up, and it does not work.
But you know what?
Oh, damn.
Don't
just
work.
hey,
Well, you get peace and quiet when she sleeps.
No.
but look,
I'm
Not even
telling
when
you,
she sleep?
No. I
What-
don't.
what's crazy is my bad. Go
No,
ahead.
you go ahead.
Oh, well, what I was about to say was what's crazy is they say we can say this here because it's just us talking.
Who could say they say?
Us. We could just say this because
Who is they say?
No, I'm talking about they, us. Okay. It's crazy how they, like the people, the masses, they always be like, man, like it specifically tells you right here that women needed the sleep for psychological reasons. Because when you sleep, psychologically you refresh. They don't be giving a fuck about if we sleep or not. like not, I ain't talking about the women. I'm just saying in general. Like we get the bum Christmas present,
Work more.
bum Father's Day.
Bum.
Can't be sad. Can't be sleepy.
Can't be
tired.
weak.
Can't be
Yeah,
tired.
can't be weak. Gotta
Can't
be
be-
ready to crush.
Yeah.
God damn.
Can't be flaccid.
I saw a video today. Got to pay all the bills or you're not a man.
You not. Okay, fuck that. You gonna help me?
And you can't sleep. No sleep for you, motherfucker.
So what the fuck?
So what do they do?
No,
fuck?
what do you do, motherfucker?
You gotta
What can
you gotta
you-
work 18 hours a day, fuck for 3, not cry for the other 4. Am I on my dad's math yet?
But while you're not showing emotion, you gotta be ready to talk for 5 hours.
No emotion in it. Azure, emotional as fuck. Non-emotional, emotional ass nigga. Be all of that.
Shouts out to our women. Now.
We love
Y'all
y'all.
know we just talking shit, man. Don't kill us. But
I ain't just
Kill
talking
her.
shit. I mean it. I love you, but I mean it. But I do let her sleep. Ultimately, I let her sleep, man. Like, cause she'll even tell me like, get me up in the morning. We gonna go to the gym. Cool. Both of our alarms go off. I'll get up. If she won't get up, I'm gonna let her sleep in.
yeah.
Yeah.
right.
But then, like, she get mad at you, right? For not waking up.
She will, but then ultimately I can tell when it's jokingly and when it's serious. And most times, if she slept in, it's jokingly.
No,
Yeah.
so she get
It's like
mad. Didn't I tell you to wake me up? I did twice. You looked at me. You said what time it is, and rolled right back over and went back to sleep. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
That's the tide I want to hear.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I shook you, goddamn.
Bum time.
yeah, I want the bum tide. Bring out the bum tide. Talk
I
about
did.
it, Todd.
Nah.
we
But I
good.
just had to share that study. Shout out to the women, man. Y'all, I do believe that study, though. I do believe it's true that women probably definitely need more sleep.
Shout out to
than
women, and that says you need sleep.
27.
24 minus 8 when you're at work is what? 14? Some shit like that.
Yes, man.
Yeah, that's theirs, man.
24 minus 8.
I don't even
Dummy.
know what this nigga calculating right now.
16. So women, y'all get 16 hours of sleep and go to work for the other 8. I figured it out.
Shouts out to the women. Get y'all rest. You dig?
A lot of it.
Apple, man. Apple dropped this new feature. I don't know I saw a lot of y'all playing with it. Going in and was showing y'all who your top artist was for 2019, and if you scroll to the bottom, we just found that it was also 2018, 17, 16, all the way to 15. Not only did it show your top artists, it show your top songs that you played, how many different artists that you listened to this year. It was kind of a dope little feature, scary little feature at the same time. But what y'all shit look like?
My shit creepy. I just really looked at it. It's keeping track of my 911 hours of music. 911. What they trying to say? I need to call the police or some shit. But I listened to 911 hours of music on Apple Music. Let's see what else we got. My top 5 artists was Future, Rick Ross, Dope Boy Ross, St. John, and Nipsey.
There was 18?
Nah, there was 19.
19.
Mm-hmm. So Future still made the top with 67 hours, then Ross, then Ra, St. John, and Nipsey. I listened to 111 artists this year. I can't name 15, 20 right now. So 111 is crazy. But I do find myself just listening to this shit, just to listen to it, just press and play. As much as I say I don't listen to singles, sometimes I just press play.
Yeah.
94 albums.
Yeesh.
How you see? Oh.
What's your shit looking like, Todd? What you got? You got 9,000 million Anderson Parks.
It says I listened to 141 different artists so far this year.
141.
141 different artists.
You got a 5?
Out
What's
of
that top?
235 albums I checked out this year. They broke down the top 10. But you know what's crazy?
What's that?
Baby Shark made my shit. Baby Shark made my shit.
That's understandable.
That makes sense.
But my top 5 artists on here is Nipsey, Anderson .Paak, Kendrick Lamar, Jay-Z, Drake, Saba, her. Well, shit.
They're about 9.
They're about 9. Yeah, they're about 9.
You say top 5 and 18 people.
Yeah, but it's a lot of them on here, shit.
And I'm the one with the bad.
I kept going. My bad. That's my fault.
Yeah.
There's Mel. Yeah. Stop. What you look like, bro?
I realized I don't listen to a lot of music. At the group, I'm probably the least person. I probably listen to the least music. I only had 18 different artists.
Damn.
And out of them 18, there was 20 albums though. So I don't know what the fuck. I guess I was doubling up or something. I don't know. Yeah.
Double Nipsey, double
but my top 5 of who I was listening to was who was it? It was some reason it was Gunna was number 1. Like if I would have had to guess, I wouldn't have thought I played it that much. But that album was dope. Drip or Drown. Snow Allegra actually came in too, because I vibed out to that, and I still do. Yeah. Money Man, Future. 5 was Victory Lap. I'm still bumping that hard. And 6 was Port of Miami 2.
Yeah. So
Far Gone came in like right behind all of that, but when they redropped that shit. Yeah. But I thought that was kind of dope. But at the same time, as dope as it was to see that, and then see you can go all the way back, that's also kind of scared that they're keeping up with
behaviors.
So much of the stuff that you like. And that go back to the point of all these different things that we see about the algorithms, all of your different content and stuff that you use. These people literally are able to go back and everything. I'm talking about they went back to 2015 and the music that you were listening to, they're tracking it.
Right.
These people actually tell you what you like more.
Right.
Because like, I'd have never thought that Future would have been my top. It's not so far-fetched, but I would never say, like, who's you listen to most this year? I wouldn't say Future.
But that was in the gym. You got to think about that. You go to the gym every fucking day.
But me personally, I wouldn't have said that. So do they sometimes, even with that, tell you what to listen to or guide you what to listen to? And
I do think it's based on your clicks.
Right.
I think that they figured that shit out.
And it's crazy.
So you are the algorithm.
I mean, you start the algorithm.
Right.
Yeah, hell yeah. You started. But that's just crazy that they could track that. Because if they could track that, you just think about people tracking your banking stuff. You think about them tracking, like we already know Facebook track what you go look at, because every time I think about something or even begin to breathe a thought into my head, that shit pop up on my timeline.
And that shit happened to me that you was talking about what happened with you and Rock with that liquor y'all was drinking.
No doubt.
I don't know where the fuck Grace got this water from, but she ordered some water from somewhere. It's in a box. It tastes real good. But I never typed it before. I never said it before. I said it just tastes like water, and that's the most I've said about it. A week later, it's popping up on Instagram.
Man, I'm telling you, that shit, what I put in it, man, I put it in the group, bro. That shit is recording behaviors, man. When I told you that, when I turned on my car, my phone said 15 minutes to Fresh Avenue.
Fuck that too, but fuck behaviors. Is it just looking through your phone, seeing what you see, looking at TV with you, and just
Pause.
all of that shit?
Facebook. This is an actual article that was on CNN Business. Facebook bug access iPhone camera while users scroll through newsfeed.
It has to, fool. I still don't know the
Facebook
name
says
of that
a bug that inadvertently access a user's iPhone camera. Inadvertently access a user's iPhone camera while they were scrolling through their news feed will be fixed sometime today. The bug, which was discovered by Joshua Maddox, owner of a web design firm, 95 Visual, appears to be exclusive to iOS and does not affect other devices. He basically took to Twitter to show his feed. And in it, he's showing how he's scrolling down his timeline. But as he's scrolling, the Facebook is showing what's in the background. Like, luckily, he was holding his phone, like, scrolling, and it was pointing down at the carpet. But that just go to show you, like I said with Rock and him, that shit is accessing your camera.
So was that article dated for yesterday?
This was November the 12th.
Shit.
Okay. I mean, it makes
We're
sense.
late.
But and it's not like this is something new that we're talking about.
But think about it. For them to notice it, it's a bug. It inadvertently. That shit. It gotta have been doing that.
It's been a bug.
They've been doing that
Yeah,
shit. Bro.
It's been a long ass going bug that I'm sure that this is the
That
first
bitch been
time
around like the roaches. Right. That shit been there.
How long ago was that Rock situation? And we've been talking about it.
At this point, that's been about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Long ass bug.
And I mean, people have been saying it for the longest. And we're not the only ones to experience. I know.
So Facebook, y'all not gonna get us with it. It's the bug shit.
Yeah, we know what y'all doing, and we can't stop it.
They're watching us.
That's weird. In that, albeit, I think it's cool as fuck. Because I do want to go back and listen to the hottest songs I was listening to.
But is that how they get away with it?
It is. Yes.
Yeah. They're giving, because that's technology. Technology. Okay, you want to update your banking information. Right. You want to look at your house while you're gone? Here you go. You want to, and I thought about that shit too. You got cameras and security at your house and stuff, and they give you all this new
It's no privacy anymore, bro.
They watching us right now. They see us.
That shit crazy.
They in that camera, they in this camera, they in that camera.
I just look at it like, hey, I ain't doing nothing illegal.
Right.
You can't no more, man.
If you're listening or watching, hey, give us the algorithm to help this podcast go to the top.
Pop on. Algorithm to win
Dummy.
the goddamn
Drop
lotto.
these millions off by here.
Let us win a digital lottery, the internet lottery. And get the popping,
Something.
you know what I'm saying?
But yeah.
That's weird.
It's
Dope,
crazy.
yet weird. Man.
My boy back, Eddie Murphy. We've been talking about him nonstop. I don't know if y'all saw this, but he's gonna be dropping Beverly Hills Cop 4.
Axel Foley.
Axel Foley is
Shouts
back.
out to Axel.
I came to clean the shit out the pool.
Clean that shit.
Man, if y'all ain't never seen Beverly Hills Cop, man, y'all need to go back and watch all of them.
1, 2, and.
What's the white man name?
What's that? Surge.
His
No,
real
not
name,
Surge.
or you talking about the character's name?
The nigga who got him out of jail, basically. The partner. What's his name? I don't know.
There
But
you
hopefully he's in it too.
His
You
questions.
not got the question. I'm gonna keep the questions, man. You got to keep questions fired,
I
man.
think he on the wrong movie. You thinking about 48 hours.
I am. My bad. I apologize. You right. You right. He was a cop, kind of.
He was a cop on 48 Hours too.
Yeah,
Well, kind of.
He was.
Yeah, kind of.
He was a convict.
He was a criminal, but worked with the cop.
But shut man. All of that just show you how dope, man, Eddie Murphy was, man. Like,
Still is.
yeah, to this day, like he took a long pause and he back
Man,
like
that
he never
man
left.
Been gone for a minute, and to just be able to just fall right back into that shit like he ain't even been absent.
And I learned recently, it's not going on, man. It's just in him. Like I saw people that like Dolomite. I saw a lot of people did like Dolomite. Me
still
personally,
hadn't watched it.
I liked it because it just shows range and shows that you can be a bad. Because Dolomite was on purpose bad, like a bad movie. Because that's how it was shot back then. And and I think it's hard for somebody who's good to be bad on purpose.
Yeah.
So that's acting to me.
Cool.
And I can watch it simply for that reason.
He bad on purpose.
That's hard to be bad on purpose, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Right.
Do y'all does
Think about it like
his
that.
special, like if it's not as good as it tank how you look a view of him?
Absolutely not.
No, because I've never been big on this special. Like Raw wasn't his biggest shit to me personally.
I don't know if that's kind of hard to beat Raw.
I mean, it may be, but I'm just
I
saying,
feel like
I don't know him from Raw.
right.
I know
I'm
him
with
from
who?
Beverly Hills and
Right. I
movies.
get what
I mean,
you're
if
saying.
you know,
he can never do wrong to me. I don't care what his special do. You can't undo Golden Child,
life,
True.
Life,
Right.
48 Hours,
life alone.
Beverly Hills Cop, Harlem Nights.
Claude and Ray.
You could just stop there.
Yeah.
That
Did we
shit
say
right
Life? Coming to America.
Yeah, man, like,
Yeah.
and that's what I
Nutty
know him for.
Professor. You can't undo all this shit. Norbit, you can't undo that.
Out of everything you named, to me, Raw might be the worst. Out of all of that, to me.
Have you watched Raw before?
I tried to, but I never fully watched it because it just
Well,
wasn't.
it's too late.
Yeah.
Yeah,
comedy, to me, comedy is a time. Like, comedy is time sensitive to me.
And if
like-
you didn't watch it then,
Right.
and get it then,
I mean, you could probably still.
It was on Netflix for a while. So I don't know if it's still on there.
I'm saying like.
But-
Before
I mean, from a
Netflix.
comedic standpoint, you probably can see the value in it, right?
Right.
But from
It's wrong.
from somebody who don't know him and then they go back and try to look, that shit may not be funny because it was jokes
Yeah.
at that time. That's
About
not
shit that
like
was going
yeah,
on
man.
then. I got you.
Comedians capitalize off of what's going on right now.
Right. And like right now, and even if you wasn't looking at it or living it during that time, you like think about it. If you go watch Martin, You So Crazy,
Yeah.
it's gonna be fun as fuck to you because you saw it then
That shit-
immediately,
that shit-
and it was fun as
That
fuck.
shit is always funny in real time. It's just like
Right.
if you at a bachelor party and you sipping apple juice watching San Francisco 49ers.
At a bachelor party. Bachelor party. We'll watch football, cuz. It's first and 8.
we just FaceTime my nigga Joe, man. We gotta tell you.
Shouts out to Joe.
Yeah, shout out to Cake Get Right,
Texting
man.
now.
I ain't saying nothing
Oh,
bad.
now he want text.
What up, Cake Get Right? But
He
yeah,
fuck with you,
I
DJ.
just think comedy, it gotta be real time. Though. That's just me.
When did Raw come out? 80 something?
88,
Like,
something like
shit,
89.
That shit probably earlier than that. Probably like 80.
Like at the
Five.
That man got a phone in his hand looking in the sky. I mean, it probably came out.
I'm going to say 85. Y'all want to make a bet?
85?
I
Oh.
say 85. What you say?
That's cool. All I'm saying is we can.
You don't want to argue
Right.
with you.
You know, all I'm saying is like You So Crazy is more real time than Raw to us. Because at that age, who wasn't getting it? So even at that time, it wasn't real time if you saw when you was 10, 11, 12. That shit was old as fuck. Whereas you saw Martin Raw, You So Crazy when it came out.
87.
Yeah, I was 3. I didn't
87.
fucking know what he talking about at 3. But Martin, I was 12. Like, fucking right. You know what I'm saying? 12.
Still
I was-
had no business watching that shit then.
Nigga, my mom ain't put no cap. No,
Oh, I
limits
know.
on me, man.
I know.
As far as what we watched, it was
We
like
probably
whatever.
were goddamn
And
working at 12.
does that affect y'all now? Because like I've never been a person who really cared what my kids watched and listened to it. Like my girls, if they didn't call me and I'm listening to bitch whole shit, I'll cut it off because that's just me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
monitor
gotten
that
like
shit too.
I've gotten like that. Like I'll be listening. Like I've been listening to podcasts. Like not necessarily hours or
And I
something.
cut it
And
off.
it go crazy and it go hold this bitch down. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Right. But then at the same
But I'm gonna tell y'all something that Jordan told me today.
they gonna listen to it.
She was
anyway.
like, you know, such and such listens to your podcast. I was like, huh? She was like, yeah. She told me about the time that you said that I was on punishment, and you're glad that I was on punishment because Jessica and my birthday is right around the same time. I was like, damn.
scumbag. She caught you being a scumbag. You know what I'm saying?
Bum
Hey,
dad.
I was like, hey, you know, podcast is for entertainment. She's like, I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Bum dad.
and that kind, I'm glad because that kind of shapes my view of things. Like I don't really get upset if they're looking at something, a bad movie, or listening to crazy music because I look at it like, how do I talk when I'm around you? Yeah, I'm respectful, but I talk crazy as shit around you too.
And it's crazy. It's crazy that you said it because when we talk about Eddie Murphy, you know, there was a period of time that he stopped, like right after Life, when he
Stopped.
started
He got
Not a
those
professor. Not
those,
a professor, but Dr. Doolittle.
Dr. Doolittle
Yeah.
and stuff because he felt like he wanted to make something that his kids can enjoy and
Right.
watch.
Right.
So from that standpoint, I kind of understand it, but I feel like at this point, my child, I got a teenager now, man.
Yeah.
And then I got another one that don't know.
I'm like, fuck
She got a few years, but I just feel like, man, you got to be what you are. Like I remember going around my aunts and my like they didn't sugarcoat it when I was around, you know.
And that's why that saying is sometimes crazy. Kids don't do what you say, they do what you do. But I think they do it both. They gotta be both. Because they're gonna see you getting out working hard, but they're gonna see you talking crazy and cussing, but they're not gonna do that.
Do you
These
like-
They're
public
very
places and
impressionable
shit.
at it. Like Taylor, she's 3. So at this point, she's repeating all that. So I try my best not to, you know what I'm saying?
Do you feel like
I never did because even if I would do that and then my kid would attempt to say that, I'm like, you don't say that shit. Like,
Right.
you know.
Yeah, but
And I mean, you're
it's still
supposed to
gonna
do
come
that
up.
at a
Like you
certain
gotta,
age.
you gotta know, yeah, and you gotta know you're not an adult.
But
you can't say that.
I guess I look at the way I grew up. Like I
I'm gonna
remember
say that
for
everything,
my
fool.
third grade, when I was in the third grade, for my birthday, I got cable on my TV. That was my birthday present.
You watching the nudie channels?
Oh yeah, HBO Real Sex. That's why when I told y'all about Real Sex, nigga, that's how like nigga. It's where I turned that shit up. I mean, I was living in Wisconsin at the time, and when you turn HBO was channel 2, and you turn that bitch down real low. I'd be over there like this. I had a TV about this big, boy,
And there with the leather mask and the nipple clamps.
watching
I
it.
used to watch all that
I was
shit.
watching it, boy. Dry humping and all that shit. I'm watching it. But
I
again,
say try humping and watch. Nigga up in the bed in that bitch.
does that? No, seriously, like straight up. Does that? Said dry humping bed. Do that? Do you think that being exposed, or being able to watch things, or being able to listen to things, do you think that that makes you more well-rounded or
Yep.
more prepared for what you got to deal with in real world?
I think it does, man.
Like serious
for the
fear.
simple fact, like if you hear that shit more often, you see it more often, you're not gonna be so tempted to say it for no reason.
Right.
Because like as a kid, maybe you at school, you don't hear it so often, and you be like, "Bitch," you might blurt out "bitch" for no reason because you don't hear it or get to say it very often. But if you're around it and you know when to say it, you know when not to say it, and things of that nature. So I think it opens you up to a bigger room, a bigger world.
Yeah.
And kids who see more, they actually are more used to that shit when they get older. It's just
I-
like the church, the pastor's daughter. You know, they shelter her so long that once they let her go, she's gone.
But see, I mean, at a certain age, bro.
Pastor daughter.
Right, you know how they always
Pastor
all
daughter.
the,
goddamn,
the
do some
sheltered,
things.
the
Yeah.
sheltered daughter.
At a certain age, yeah, you begin to expose them to different things. I just don't think, everything you need to be out front so the streets are teaching it to
Were
them.
you exposed to it at an early age?
Actually, no, because I did it the wrong way. Obviously, I got a 20-year-old now.
Like, otherwise-
You had them at 10,
You know
goddamn.
what I'm saying?
Fuck wrong with
So letting somebody else do it, whether than
But
being taught the right way, you don't have a kid.
Can I
right?
ask
see
you a
what I'm
question?
saying?
Well, I'm saying you yourself.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I was exposed to too much too soon.
you think,
Basically,
so
being a parent.
And that's what I was asking.
So that's what I'm asking. You think being exposed to too much too soon was partly, I'm not going to say to blame, but do you think that's part of the reason why you might have had a child so early?
Kind of, yeah.
You have
Because again, nobody told me the pull-out method didn't,
So
what I'm
question,
saying, fully
question. You have
work
sib- you
right
have
way,
siblings?
You know what I'm saying?
You have
Yeah.
siblings? Brother?
2 younger brothers.
Exposed to the same, older or younger?
I have an older brother and 2 younger brothers.
Were they exposed to those same things?
Well, it was kind of like I was the scapegoat for my 2 younger brothers. Like, shit, them niggas saw me have a kid early, so they don't. My brother, he 30 plus before he had his first kid.
So then your oldest one, right?
No, my younger brother.
Okay, so what about your oldest brother?
He didn't have his first one till he was married too.
And were y'all exposed to the same things?
I'm like
No,
black
not-
sheep.
Sounded
Sounded like a loner, Todd.
Right, so I'm just saying, like, if your older brother was exposed to some of those things that you were at a younger age, and he didn't have that kid at that younger age as well, is
But
it really that?
But again, it was the timing too. Like my older brother, he was thinking about money, so he wasn't really into all of the girl shit. You know
so
what
it's
I'm
your ass.
You can say that. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Just say it, Todd.
Your ass. Your ass.
again, so I was left
Just
to
a freaky little
find-
nigga,
I-
dog.
I- say that.
Freaking little boy.
That's how that was. It's cool, you know what I'm saying?
So, but again, like if I have to be the one to be the scapegoat for my younger brothers to do it another way, cool. I
Well, I
can do
will
that.
say too, like as me, I was the youngest sibling. I got a lot of older brother. I got an older brother and an older sister. 2 older brothers and an older sister. I was able to get the information that they said that they messed up on.
Right.
And I learned something about that today. I was talking to an older man, like 70s, and he was, dropping some knowledge on me. And for me, I love to hear that.
Right.
I'm never above hearing something from somebody who done went through something.
I love talking to old people.
I love that shit.
I love that shit.
But I guess coming from my older brothers and sisters, I was able to get a lot of knowledge that they didn't. But at the same time, I was exposed to everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like now that I'm at the age that I'm at now, I feel like being exposed to those things now put me in a better position now than I was then. Now, some of that stuff that I saw, I wouldn't want Jordan to actually necessarily have to experience.
Right.
But I was talking to somebody, man, I'm kind of, think about where we was at in college and the things we had to navigate through in high school and college. I get kind of like anxiety. Like I get kind of nervous sometimes thinking about what Jordan gonna have to navigate through.
But does that better prepare you for it as well?
Well, it definitely better prepares me because I know how to say it. But like we said last week, we can tell them stuff, and they got to learn their own lessons.
Right.
But what we know is that no matter what, there was lessons that my older brothers and them taught me that when I seen it rear its head, I kind of knew to navigate away from that shit.
Yeah.
And that was a benefit for you. But I had an older brother. I had a sister, and we was a year apart. So we kind of was the same age.
Well, you grew up with penitentiary rules.
Right. Like we
Get it how you live.
That nigga learned early. I gotta put some sand in my motherfucking in my basketball goal.
got to,
when them niggas roll down the street with
you gotta put semen in your shit there, cause they gonna get away with the sand.
that nigga said he had his goal 3 days.
Yeah, they
Shit was
got
gone.
and they hooping on that bitch right down the street like I can't see that bitch. I see that motherfucker.
Hey, nigga ever stole some shit from around the way? You be like, man, Nah,
bro. My mama got this last week.
You know that shit, you got your initials carved in it.
But it say who they own it.
And that's my little brother name.
Hey, but
Them
yeah.
nigga took who the shit.
And they let me hoop on it with them.
You wanna go play at my goal?
Come on, what's up? You got a ball? Then they gonna ask me for my ball. Nigga, that's my fucking goal. What you want my ball?
Hey, who?
Yeah, but I didn't have nobody to look ahead of because I had an older, younger, same age sister. Which as when you're the same age as your sister, you're really older when you think about it. So I kind of just learned on my own. And I do think that it did open me up to more things, but I do also think it opened up to some shit too soon as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So sometimes, and I had to learn on my own. I had to learn that, nah, nigga, you shouldn't be doing that. Or sometimes it was too late to learn that. You know what I'm saying? You didn't already jumped in that water. You had nobody to tell you this until it's too late. So
Yeah.
it has its benefits, it has its pros, it has its cons. I wouldn't change it because I would rather be ahead of the game than behind it.
Right. And I can see that. Yeah. And I mean, you're right. It definitely got its pros and it definitely has its cons, man. I want to ask y'all something, man. Do y'all feel, I've been seeing a lot across platforms and us growing up in an era where we didn't necessarily have access to this until later in life. Do y'all think that social media and technology is creating social anxieties for younger generations?
Yep.
Yeah. There's a lot of people caring about what strangers think of them, the situation, you know what I'm saying, the position. Like, who cares? These people hitting a button to follow you.
Yeah.
If they don't like what you put up, the simple thing is just hit that very button that you hit to follow.
So if we had millions of people following this and every day they was adding you about something you said this week on the podcast, or telling you that your position was wrong, or telling you they tired of seeing your walk.
Right.
Unfollow me, motherfucker.
Right, but see how worked up he got? Like, would that shit, like, would you catch yourself on there?
And you put
motherfucker, leave me alone. Like,
and
what would
you put a smiley face in there after it was pointed out how hostile you had.
No,
got.
but see, that's what I'm saying.
Your first reaction was hostile.
Yeah, like fuck them people.
Fuck them people, you can unfollow me then.
No, see, but that's the thing. That's the fucked up thing with these devices. You could, like, I swear to God, I was laughing the whole time. Like, you can't tell a person's emotion. That shit there, boy, I don't give a damn about that.
And maybe that's true. But then I also think that maybe you have that advantage because you come from a world where you didn't have to initially start off that way.
That's true.
Like you
That's
come
true.
from a world where you were engaged with people and
Right.
talked to people and got joked on from people.
Right.
Whereas these people nowadays that their best friend may be somebody they play 2K with 6 states away they never saw.
Remember that shit? Like when we was little, that used to be called a pen pal.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Remember
yeah,
that? Like you had a pen pal. You
I ain't never want to write that shit. I ain't write no fucking pen pal.
you don't want to write your...
Hell no,
Who the
right.
copy paste king around there? I don't know how the hell you
I
did that.
Copy and paste to the death.
Yeah, but I don't know. I do think that the way the world is, and then you gotta like, I think it's easy for us to sit where we sit. Like I said, we grew up most
Joking.
of our lives without it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You joked on the people at school and then you got to go away from it.
right now,
And-
what we do
and-
on a
and-
daily basis is called bullying.
Yeah, but
Basically.
we're doing it within our confine, in our group. But what I was saying was, who was just saying, we're exempt from that, right? But at the same time, these kids, this is all they know.
When you say
So
when you say within our confines, what you mean?
within our
Without-
personal
without-
group,
right.
our group message.
Only in the group message?
No, I mean we spread
our
it out,
era,
but
you put it in
it's still understood among the group message. Man, leave me alone, man. within our, like I said, we got these kids grow up with this shit. It's always in their face from day one.
Right.
They want to, like, I remember one time Jordan asked me, "Oh, how many likes did our picture got?" And when I saw that, I was like,
I don't like that shit.
Don't worry about that.
yeah, I don't like that. Like,
don't like
who
that shit.
cares how many likes it got? Whether it got 1 like or it got 1,000,000 likes, that's not why we put that up there.
Right.
I
But
liked it.
in her world, that mattered.
That matters
Oh, it got
a lot.
100 and something likes. That's cool.
Right.
Now, I say that to say I have seen people our age get excited about
Seen that shit.
likes and retweets, and we see attention. I put something in the group this week about attention and what people are doing for attention, and that just made me think: has social media or the internet made anxiety or social anxiety go up, and has it created a place where people kind of are addicted to that?
Are those one and the same? Meaning,
I mean, it could all be one and the same, but I'm just asking, like, is this true?
yes, it's true. I think it's a difference. I do think it's true, but I think it's a difference in doing things for likes and doing things to be liked. Because you like, ultimately, if you have a business, you have to be liked. But doing it for attention is weird. It's crazy. Because, like, we need people to like our podcast in order for our podcast to get big. We need
Right.
people to like our merch in order for it to get big. But we're not going to put some weird shit out here just to get your attention.
Right. But
Right.
do we fall by the wayside because we don't do that? Like, we can have this great, beautiful platform. The stuff that we talk about every week is great. We're older people or older, mature adults that's talking about stuff that a lot of these kids are navigating through who could really benefit from the shit we're talking about. But they're not really wanting to hear it because we ain't trying to diss. We ain't not trying to do no bubblegum shit to get that.
So
Yeah,
to
we ain't doing
answer
no
your
challenges and shit.
We're not. To answer your question, yes, but no. So yes, we fall to the wayside, but no, we don't, because we can still make it, but it's gonna take us a lot longer because we're not doing it the fuck way.
Is it? Because, I mean, we talked about our OGs, and we talked
they-
about
they
some of the
follow-
things that they're doing that we're like,
Right.
wow, we're shocked by
Right.
to garnish some of that attention behind their brand.
But then there's also some people you may like or listen to who don't.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, I subscribe to I subscribe to, if you do good stuff and you stay consistent with it, you'll build a market.
Right.
We don't,
And that's what I mean.
And because I know one thing, if we stop this podcast tomorrow, what I know is there'll be a lot of mess. Man, what y'all doing?
Right.
Where
I
y'all
was
at?
looking for that
Right.
podcast. I like when y'all was talking. You see what I'm saying? So whether it's one people's and right now as we check our analytics, we close to 1,000 something average every week listeners. You know what I'm saying? We working on the YouTube part, but
Right.
I say that to say that, you know, we're building, you know, but we're not doing what, you know,
But
some
see,
of the
we're not
masses
chasing
make.
it.
All it
We're
is
not
is
chasing it.
And if we did some bullshit, we'll be at double or triple.
But
that's what social media try to make you do.
I don't
Right.
care. I can't do it.
I agree.
not to
I'm
be
just throwing
popular,
them out there.
like to some people that we don't know. Like, listen, I want this podcast to grow. We all want this shit to grow. You know what I'm saying? But I think where we have to separate what's real and what's fake is what we're not selling. We're not selling our soul for likes. I don't care. I'm not gonna do it.
And even with that, like, we still come on here and just crack jokes. Like some of the shit we say is not true. We're just joking with it.
Right.
But then you also have to understand that, and we're not just doing some shit just to garner some attention. Like that's what a joke is most times.
Yeah.
Right.
Like sometimes you'll hear, well, going back to that old saying that a lot of people would say, Instagram isn't real or Instagram is real, vice versa. The internet is real. You can't take it for that being that. But it can be real, but it can also be a joke. So then sometimes you just got to understand that
I just
when you're
think
joking
we pour into what we do so much that we don't really care or garner negative opinions. Like
At all.
so everybody has their opinion. We know everybody's not gonna like us or what we're doing.
And it's
They're
okay
not
with
gonna,
us.
you know what I'm saying? But for every person that dislikes us, there may be 10 that likes
like
us.
it, right.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't care. Like, you don't have to.
So
like,
do you-
I'm not gonna crawl under a rock, go hide and cry because one person don't like what we doing or saying or what have you. I don't care about that.
So who do you take the internet for real? Like, is the internet real for you?
For me,
And when we say real, what I mean like is that reality. What's on the internet?
it's not reality, no, because you can hide stuff or you can show what you want to show. But some of it's real. Majority of it's fake. Majority of it's fake, but some of it can be real.
I look at the internet too. Like, if I delete everything, then it's no longer real. Like, if I delete every app, every social media platform, every app, I'm here. Like, this is real.
This is real.
For you.
Right.
So
I'm asking. That's my for you. You saying I was asking you.
I think it's still real because for the simple fact that I can, if I still want to do this podcast, if I delete all my social medias and my podcast makes the internet and people talk about me, it's still real.
We said it a long
Yeah,
time.
but it's real. But I don't want to get so crazy and
Get crazy,
and deep
fuck
into it. No, I'm just saying it's still real. But your podcast was recorded here, like in real time, and we know what that is. If it go out there, we no longer control how it's chopped up, edited, put it, what sound bite that they use to put.
Right.
Who supports Pornhub
Right.
and child trafficking.
Right.
I agree, but then the real of it is still real. Because if
That's what I'm saying. Like, is it real if it goes out there? If we delete them apps and never put nothing out, is it still real?
no, it can't be
Yeah.
because nobody hears it.
But so that's what I'm saying.
Nobody ever hears
So
it.
then you're subscribing to the reality of some of the youngsters that social media is reality.
Right.
No,
Yeah. In a sense, think about it. It's on. You just said it's kind of only real if it goes out there.
the podcast part of it.
No, we're recording it right now. If we never put it out,
Then I feel you. It's still real. The podcast that actually happened is still real. But is it getting out there? No, it's not getting out there. So I don't. To me, it's real. If it happened and I did it, it's real.
but that's why I go back to that point of what I said with Jordan. I can snap a picture in front of a palm tree and say I'm in Bermuda,
Right.
and put it out there, and according to what you just said, that's real.
It's real.
But I'm fucking in Mobile in front of a palm tree, but I told everybody I was in Bermuda because I put the location there.
You take a picture in front of a damn Bentley.
Mm-hmm.
Is
It's
that
real.
yours?
Most times it's not.
Who knows?
You just was on the bus
Nah, but
last night.
I really did want to ask that, man. That was I appreciate y'all buzz on that, man. That was good because
It's a tricky one.
it's tough. I think I mean, don't get me wrong. Now, when I say it's not real, I just mean like what Todd said. If you cut that shit off or you get rid of that shit, you can live in your real reality
Right.
of what you're doing day to day.
Right.
However, if you start
Something suffers.
if you put stuff out there on that platform, that's real.
Right.
Like when you put that out there, you got to deal with the consequences of what you put out there. Just like anything content we put out there, we have to be responsible for it.
Right.
So it's real both ways, basically. Whether you put it out there or you keep it here and nobody hears
But
it. It's
but
real.
also like Todd said, I don't go. Fuck.
For real. bro.
Hey, you ain't finna bully me into nothing out there on that
Right.
internet. I cut that shit off and hide so fast.
For real.
They cut it off and hide.
I'll turn into the real ghost.
Can you hide anymore?
Can you hide? Hell no, you can't hide.
Yeah, that's
Like if you cut all of your internets off, you still not hiding.
No, I still
Because
think
a lot of them you're
no,
around.
no.
I mean,
It's not gonna be as big, but
I mean,
your
I
immediate
think
is still gonna
I
be.
think
immediate.
times are different. But you remember a few years back, I had no social media. I had nothing.
Nigga
And when
just
people
goddamn joined Facebook in 2018.
and when people right, my shit, man, y'all niggas had that shit when you could only have the college
people, right?
Man, I was so late to Facebook. I just joined Facebook like in 2014 or some shit like that.
I'm with Hooter, man. That shit for dinosaurs, man. That shit for the old.
Weird.
That shit crazy.
That's
That
a
shit
weird.
real-
That's a weird avenue of
aspect.
information that Facebook.
It'd be
man.
too much.
But man, that shit is so crazy because when they see it there, man, y'all seen that shit on Facebook, bro? Them niggas like, that show news, son?
That shit be edited and contributed by
Right.
can'tgetright.com. Do y'all see who wrote that shit?
Can't get right.com. That's it.
Real fool, can'tgetright.com.
Can't get right.com. goddamn.
Shit, man. And they be citing that shit. Like, y'all see this, huh?
Oh boy, got his own
network.
his own
goddamn.
site, huh?
Website, network.
Damn,
goddamn.
bro.
But nah, I feel you. I don't know, man. That shit, it's crazy.
But we did. I will give social media its credit for the Rodney Reed thing.
Yes.
So that
And
Yes.
see,
Yes, it does. It's good.
it does.
So
it's
that's
good.
real.
But before you go into that, and I definitely want you to go into that. That's my thing. Like what I said with going back to the Apple shit. It's like, is that how they get us? They get us they give us so much good,
The bad is.
but the bad is there.
You
Just
gotta
like
take
what we
it.
said, if they legalize weed, there's gonna be a black market. So whatever good that anything does, there's always an unintended consequence. And in this case, like Todd said, it was a great thing that social
right.
media came
Existed.
together and fought for
Right.
with my man Rodney Reed.
Right, my man, he got he's been granted a stay of execution. And shit, it's indefinite. So, my man, look like social media is good for something.
That was definitely
it
something. It
saved his life.
Yeah,
basically.
it made Can't Get Right change his opinion on
Oh, King now.
King.
It did. And then that also makes me wonder and think, I always got a fucking question. What happens next? Like, since you granted this stay, or does that mean that you have to do something additional? Now you have to look into this case and see what actually happened and reopen it and do things of that nature? Like, what's next?
Well, I want to say that it's a situation where they're trying to get him out now because there's so much evidence showing that he was not the killer in this case. You know what
But
I'm saying?
then that's that-
Obviously.
And I would love for that to happen if it's not him,
Right.
but does that open up other questions like who's the actual killer? And then if you start looking into those other leads or this other information that's coming out, does that open up a case into that person?
Yeah,
as
they
well?
do cold cases all the time. So I would hope that's the case. You know what I'm saying?
If you're gonna
to
do right,
get
do
him
fully right.
out of jail, I hope that would be the case. You know what I'm saying?
I think
But,
I think me personally, I think that that's what has to happen in order for him to get out.
well,
Yeah, and I mean, a stay of execution by the book is basically a court order that temporarily suspends the execution of a court judgment or a court order. In this case, he was court ordered or basically to be executed.
right.
So right now, it's a temporary injunction or a stay that's put in place to kind of temporarily delay.
Well,
What
his
was
is
already
indefinitely. though.
ordered.
It says indefinitely.
It was an indefinite.
Yeah, indefinitely. So that means it doesn't have a date to end. So at this point, he you know, he's not getting killed by people in Texas anymore. So
Yeah. That's dope.
Yeah, that's
And-
super
and
dope.
Again,
Shout out to the
that's
internet.
the power of social media. So we
Right.
just sat there and had that long, drawn out conversation.
Right.
But that is the beauty of social media, that it brings people from Alabama to Louisiana to New York to Alaska to fucking England together to fight for a cause.
Right.
So now basically what happened, it says the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals blocked the execution of Rodney Reed Friday, allowing a lower court to consider Reed's claim that the state presented false testimony and that he is innocent, but there's a time frame on it. The Texas Board of Pardons and Paroles recommended earlier Friday that Governor Greg Abbott grant a 120-day reprieve to Reed. So it looks like he has 120 days to gather
figured it
more
was something on
information. Yeah, you know, because it can't be forever unless you come up with more information. Otherwise, the previous conviction stays.
Because I was, like I said, it was just saying that it was indefinite. So,
And I saw that, and I was reading it off that CNN one that has
Right.
has a.
We'll just go with yours. CNN.
You better go with, they ain't mine, that's CNN.
That's what I'm saying. We'll just go with CNN, goddamn. But yeah, I mean,
but
regardless,
that's
man,
still a dope
that,
move forward,
right.
man. You know,
Right.
I saw Kim K getting involved with it.
Right.
That's what it takes to get the good, right information out there. Perfect.
Right.
So be it.
And
Sean King, stop emailing me. Because ever since I signed that goddamn thing, Sean King keep on emailing me. Stop
But that might be good.
That might
It's
be
gonna-
right.
it's gonna-
That did keep me updated all day as well. So
That's
you
dope.
know, and we said it. Well, Can't Get Right said it. He puts a lot of bad out of there, but then Stock also said, "Hey man, sometimes he brings awareness."
right.
So you
This
got
is
to
definitely one of those situations.
you know, you got to know how to You yourself have to know how to differentiate the two.
Right.
I hope I used that word right.
You did.
You
was
did.
good.
I
was
see it.
good
That
for,
boy is on it, ain't it?
Yeah, for having that Wolford.
Yeah, last week, goddamn, my words was
That
all
nigga, I
kind
don't
of
know
together.
what the fuck you was on last week.
Well, that shit was so funny. My man tried the same story about 66
I
times.
skipped that shit when I was listening to it. I ain't even here. I skipped that shit. Like, I'm not listening to this shit. Man.
My boy tried hard with that one, man. But
That shit got stuck.
yeah, shouts out to man social media and everything for
Sean King.
staying with that one, man. Did y'all see that the Black News Channel is set to launch? It's a 24/7 news network created to serve the African American viewership. It will start live in 2020 with the new year.
That's dope.
It's going to be called the BNC. It was originally planned to launch in November, but was pushed back to take advantage. Basically, it's here to take advantage of the fast-moving digital news network, man. News era, man. Did y'all see that?
Oh, we ready. The Dummies are ready.
Yeah, we
I
put us
think we
on
ready
there,
for the
man.
Black News
Let us be
Channel.
some correspondence on that.
Better
bitch.
believe it.
Know what I'm saying?
I'll
And
go
that's
out there in that hurricane.
Right,
Stand
that's
out
pretty
there
dope.
for
And
a
I want to
minute.
say we reported on that previously because that was something that the the Jacksonville Jaguars owner.
Horner?
Yeah, that
Damn.
Horner?
I say the hard word right
God
and the easy
damn,
word
boy.
hard. Fuck
You
that.
was going so good. You got beside yourself.
that nigga, man. That the guy. He,
Arnold.
but yeah, I think
That
that's
nigga
pretty dope,
Arnold.
man. Because like out of all of these news stations, there's nothing black. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not that person who believes like. Of course, I believe in pro-black and a lot of things black and things black, but just not so that black is always right and everything else is wrong.
Right.
You know, there are some people who are that way, but I do think there needs to be
Yeah, we
news coming from your
definitely need
people.
our own
You know what I'm
network.
saying? News coming
Definitely.
from your people like us, people who share same thoughts and right thoughts, who's gonna get the right information out.
Well, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of other networks, but could it be a WNC?
WNC.
White news channel?
I doubt it, because they're already that. In most people's opinions. Like the Fox Newses and even the CNNs. Now, CNN does cater to more both sides.
Right.
But majority of news stations are kind of white.
They are, but if they
That-
called it white news channel.
Yeah, of course it'd be. I'm sorry, the double standard, but sometimes there's a double standard.
Yeah. That's
Double
crazy.
stand up.
Like with women sometimes.
Let me ask y'all.
It's a double standard.
We saw with Myles Garrett
Mhm.
moving in our sports.
Mhm.
Myles Garrett, who plays for the Cleveland Browns,
Mhm.
got into a scuffle. Well, it was a little bit more than a scuffle.
Headbanger.
Yeah, man. It was rough, man. He got into it with Mason Rudolph, the quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Anybody who's seen this, it was on the Thursday night football game, and it just aired the other night. Mason Rudolph basically, in seeing it, I'm going to tell y'all what I seen. I play football, man. I got a little bit of expertise here in this department. It looked like Myles Garrett didn't realize that Mason Rudolph had got rid of the football. That happens. That was a clean thing what Myles Garrett did. Took Mason Rudolph to the ground, thinking that he still had the football. Mason Rudolph didn't really like it. Proceeded to push his hand, push his face mask all through Garrett's face mask. It turned into a heated exchange. Garrett snatched his helmet off, snatched Mason Rudolph's helmet off, in which other teammates from the Pittsburgh Steelers intervened. We seen Myles Garrett of the Cleveland Browns strike Mason Rudolph across the head with the helmet, in which a couple other teammates came to the defense of their quarterback, rightfully so.
you
That's
should.
how it works. Kind of stomped them out, kicked them out like a club fight.
As they should.
Since Myles Garrett's been suspended indefinitely, which will include the rest of the regular season as well as the playoffs, they still said the other suspensions have yet to be determined. There's still more to be determined. My man from the Steelers, Pouncey,
Got
3 games.
the one that was stomping and kicking, he was suspended for 3 games.
And then one D lineman for Cleveland got 1 game.
Yeah. I say that to say because a lot of people were upset because Mason Rudolph wasn't in the initial suspension. Now, Mason Rudolph started it. He definitely instigated or started off the melee that happened. I wanted to get y'all thoughts because we talk about black and white. And a lot of people said that because he was a black player, they labeled him a barbarian. They labeled him aggressive, the aggressor, even though Mason Rudolph started it. Mason Rudolph has not yet been named in a suspension, while Garrett has already, and as well as Pouncey, has already been given their suspensions. I want to get y'all thoughts on it and y'all takes on it from a black and white perspective since Hootie brought that up.
Okay. Black, white, green, or blue. Myles Garrett should be suspended, and he should be suspended for the entire year.
Facts.
Now, also, right now at this time, I don't think black and white. I don't think it's black and white at the current moment of the way things stand because some things are still pending. I do think that what happened to Myles Garrett should have happened. It should have happened swiftly. We've never seen anything of this nature. We've never seen a person take off another person's helmet, whether he took it off or not. We've never seen a person swing at another person's head with a helmet on live TV. Right. So that alone, that right there gets him suspended. Now, yes, if you further watch the video and watch the beginning of the video, something does need to happen. Since this is such a big event, catastrophe, whatever you want to call it, something has to happen to Mason Ramsey. Mason Ramsey, that's the country. Mason Rudolph, because he initiated this big incident. So if nothing happens to him, then yes, I'm going to start thinking black and white. Right now, at the moment stands, I don't think it's black and white. I don't think anybody should right now be arguing on the side of Myles Garrett.
Well, let me help you because he's not getting suspended. He's already he's ruled out. He can play. He doesn't have to go through concussion protocol or anything.
But stuff's still pending.
I get that, but I'm saying they have him set to start the game when they play again.
That could be now. Something can happen today. Something can happen tomorrow. Something can happen Sunday morning. Something can happen Monday.
Okay.
You know, Mason Rudolph, he's saying.
Yeah, I'm talking about Mason Rudolph. I didn't see color. I just saw, very heinous goddamn act go on in a football game. Like, I'm looking at it from a standpoint of this. Like, we say this all the time on this platform, man. I don't care what you do. You're not finna trick me out of my position.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I get it. He is 20-some-odd years old, 25 at the most. He's a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? First overall draft pick for the Cleveland Browns. It's kind of hard. What were you doing at 25? You get heated at something. Well, I can remember a lot of times that we've been in the club and we didn't stomp people out as a group.
In the club. Have you ever did that in a basketball game?
No. But
it's different.
That's what I'm saying.
It's totally different.
It's totally different. I don't know what was said. I don't know what happened on that play. I mean, he tackled him. Yeah, it wasn't a brutal tackle, but if you watch that whole game, it was a chippy game. So tensions were already high. You know what I'm saying? So
I've been in a chippy game before too, man. But I've never gotten to a point where I would even consider doing that.
But
even if I got poked in the eye, hands under my helmet, which has happened to me.
It's happened. And it's gonna happen. It's a competitive sport.
Right.
It's and when I say competitive, it's highly level,
right.
Highly competitive.
That's the high.
But what I'll say is this, man. I'm with you. I think I get why perhaps there's a precedent of why maybe Rudolph wouldn't be suspended.
He's seen as the victim for now.
Not even as the victim. I've seen 2 black guys fight and throw hands and throw fists. And nobody was suspended because nobody used perceivably a weapon, or what can be conceived as a weapon, or what can be conceived as an object. They only used fists. And all they got was $25,000 fines. You don't want to believe me? Andre Johnson and Courtney Finnegan.
Courtney, right.
They had a fight,
Courtney
brawl right in the middle of the field.
Right.
$25,000
Snatched the helmet off and everything.
Nobody was,
Right.
you see what I'm saying? But in this case, I've played football all the way through at a Division I level. I've had, at every level of football, I've had a scuffle.
Mm-hmm.
The very first thing people do when they have a scuffle in football is they grab face masks.
Right.
That's all you can do. You can push, punch, you can push face mask, and you don't even really punch because if people got helmet, you gotta put.
And if you do,
the palm.
It hurts
you
you
do,
more
it's all-
when you slap them upside the head
If
with
you
your
do,
open
it's
hand on
stunning.
the
What you
right.
hear is, why the fuck are you punching the helmet?
Right. But honestly, like little palm
shit, that
stun,
hurt.
it catches.
It catch you, right.
It's like a punch to a helmet. But I say this to say that even in those scuffles, when you're inside the world of football, that is normal. Anybody who say that that's not, or that you haven't seen that,
Don't do it.
I don't believe you.
They don't do
I don't
it.
give a fuck if you.
They've never
I
been
believe
there.
they're doing it as an analyst or whatever job or network they're with. That's why they're doing it, because we've seen that in football. But I've never seen where somebody take a helmet and physically swing it at somebody.
Right.
And so when we say that, I don't know if it's a. Does the NFL have black and white problem? Yeah.
Yeah.
This ain't
Does the NFL sometimes do issues that perpetuate the black and white problem? Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm not saying that they don't. We see that over and over again. Shit, we black, man. We know that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But in this instance, I can understand why one person's suspension is different. This is not a club fight.
No.
You can't
This
wait.
is not a bar fight. Stop saying that Mason Rudolph asked for this, and then all of a sudden he bit off more than he can chew. Yeah, man, I've been in football scuffles in the middle of a game, and I didn't think a nigga was gonna pull out something and shoot at me or something. Like shit,
Exactly.
like
he got a knife in his pocket.
what's that movie?
The Last Boy Scout.
The Last Boy Scout. There you go. There you
Run
go.
that bit.
I didn't think the nigga was finna do no shit like that. We just got it in a scuffle. It is what it is. You get a 15-yard penalty
You
or
go to
something
your
and go
huddle,
to your
you go to your
sideline.
huddle, right.
That's it.
Never in my life saw anybody swing
No.
a helmet knowingly at a man's head with no helmet on.
Right. So I mean,
With full force.
I
That
could
man-
go into more detail. I know Facebook is the place where I see all of
All the
the
stupid.
the big warriors and stuff who make it black and
Facebook
white. So I
again.
guess now they're gonna be ready to boycott again
Right.
because of it.
Think
I don't
about
know.
it. But I want them to think about it like this. Think about if Myles Garrett fully connected with the crown of that
hit the crown
helmet
of that
with that
helmet.
man's head.
He would have split him.
Wide
Y'all know
open.
how hard them
Imagine,
helmets
man.
is?
You know how heavy
he
them
would have
hoes
split
is.
that man's shit open.
Bro.
Or cracked his skull. Now, Rudolph said he wasn't filing charges, which he shouldn't because
He
you
initiated,
instigated that
yeah.
shit. Like, that's like me, like, you know what I'm saying, trying to hit somebody with a ball and they hit me back.
Screaming
Hey,
self-defense.
yeah,
Self-defense.
so he's not innocent. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that he doesn't deserve punishment. I think he does.
And
I don't know
crazy-
what's going to happen, but I'm also not going to be upset or naive if he only gets a fine.
And the crazy thing is, if he wanted to, he can actually probably still press charges.
Yeah.
If he
Yeah.
wanted to.
He said he wouldn't,
He said
which
he
he
wouldn't.
shouldn't.
He shouldn't.
Right.
If he wanted to, that
I mean, the guy, he's gonna suffer a lot. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be a permanent scar on his career. If he
Yeah,
ever
man.
gets back into the NFL,
it's gonna make
I think he'll, some
He'll get
team
back.
will look at it like, okay,
25.
we
Yeah,
like
He'll be
that.
back.
He'll be
I mean, he's not
man.
going nowhere. The Browns might still
yeah, they
hold
gonna
on to
keep.
him.
They, gonna,
Yeah.
they actually probably
to
pay,
free up money,
He's
they
a
may
baller.
release
They actually
him and
probably
do it
pay
up.
him.
Right. So, but at the
And
end
I
of the
used
day,
to think, and what I had to learn, I remember people like, oh, suspended indefinitely. I thought that meant like
forever, right?
But what I
That's
realized, that could be 2-3 weeks.
2-3
That just
weeks,
means you're suspended until
Till I come
further
up with something,
notice.
right,
Yeah.
right.
And so we know it'll at least be 3 games because
Yeah.
of the penalty.
His will probably be at least 5 games.
Probably half the season.
Yeah.
6, 7.
Yeah.
You think
For
he's
sure.
gonna appeal his suspension, Pouncey?
It don't matter.
Why not?
He should, but I don't think it matters.
And I saw something. Am I not? Help me out. Help me out. I don't know the NFL inner workings, but don't some of the suspensions get handed down from the PA?
They'll agree to it. They'll be like, yeah, this is okay.
Right.
suspension.
And a
So,
lot
yeah.
of the PA looks like us.
Mhm. It's most Troy Vincent.
Hey, Malcolm Jennings on that shit, ain't he?
Yeah, he's in it because that's why they.
that dude
Eric
Smith.
Reed was beefing with him.
the
Smith
CEO
is black. Yeah.
I know it.
Yeah,
That's
so
what I'm
yeah.
saying. So think about that when y'all, before you start saying black and white stuff.
I don't know how much we
Oh, man.
But it was recent.
We have to think about that, when we go to saying black and white, those people look like us. Again, I'm going to wait to see what I told somebody that's in the group. I'm going to wait to see what the NFL do,
Right.
and we'll go from there. But
coming from niggas from the hood who played football, that nigga was wrong.
Did y'all see my man Melo back in the league?
Melo.
Hey.
Momo.
Did he? Hey, man, get that nigga a hand clap, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I fuck with Melo.
Man
Shout
should
out
have
to
been
Melo.
in the
Shouts
league.
out to Melo, man.
Yeah, man. I wonder if it had got to a point where it was a choice for him. Because he should have been in the league. He
Should have
could
been
in the
there,
league.
man.
But do you think he chose at that point once he went through that shit? He kind of chose where he wanted to go. And if it wasn't one of
kind
those
of went
bigger
somewhere where
stores.
he could have went, because if you remember on
Portland
another
tried
podcast we heard Lillard say he been wanted Melo. He wanted Melo a few years back, but Melo wanted to go to the Thunder.
Right.
And he was like, okay, cool. Then he wanted Melo, but Melo went to the Rockets. So he was like, cool. But now they finally, got it to work. And it's one of them things like, hey, they still want you. Hey, let's come.
And then you think about it, shit, that man may be in the starting lineup, man.
Who, Melo?
Hell
He
yeah.
should be in Portland. He
In
should
Portland,
be.
yeah.
In Portland,
He should
that's
be.
a third score.
And that makes them a little bit
Prolific
more
scorer.
competitive in the West.
You
Damn
think
right.
so? You think so?
Hell yeah. They compete. Man,
I mean,
look.
Golden State is out of there
Right.
now, for now, because we don't know when Step coming back. So
Do you understand Portland made it to the second, almost down the third round of the playoffs until they ran into that goddamn buzzsaw?
Mm-hmm. I
So
remember.
them niggas, they were hooping last year, and that was without Melo. So I think this is great for Portland. I'm more happy for Melo, though, man. I mean,
Yeah, I think it gives him an opportunity to go to the playoffs and be good.
man, boy.
I just hope he contributes in a manner that he needs, or that they need, should I say.
That's going to free up
Which
a
is
lot of shots for
defensively
them
and a lot-
boys,
hitting a
man,
lot of
that's
shots.
going that thing. Like C.J. McCullough and Dame.
Do you think they
They
let,
scores.
but do you think they're like, that doesn't matter, we're going to let Melo beat us?
Nah, because he's still Carmelo. Carmelo, man, you've been seeing Melo in that
I
gym,
think
man.
but I think
That man
that,
still get buckets.
I think that happened a little bit like the last couple of years. They kind of let Melo be Melo and let him kill, which is not kill.
Well, the man said he doesn't have a problem coming off the bench and none of that stuff in the interview with Stephen A. So
I remember that. I agree.
He was just like,
He bet that.
man, just tell me what you need me to do. I can help a team win.
I like that. I like that attitude, man.
Right.
I want to see a productive Melo. I do.
And I think he's going to be productive. Think about this, man. You get everything snatched away from you. You know what I'm saying? And now you got an opportunity to get it back.
Yeah.
Why you gonna cherish that shit?
yeah, and I definitely shouts out to him, man. I'm glad he back. We'll see what end up happening with that.
Cap.
And go from there.
Cap got a workout. What do y'all think about? What do y'all think about this Cap getting a workout with the NFL on Saturday on a short notice, not being able to pick his date that he wants? It's just a lot of interminglings of that.
Well, before Cap, we'll get the Cap.
Mhm.
Get the Cap. Stay in basketball. I just want to stay in basketball since we was on basketball.
Right.
Who you got?
But the NBA, LeBron James ignited a discussion about load management. And we're going to get back. We're going to get back to Cap. Ignited a conversation about load management. And basically, the NBA star basically said that load management, they blame it on the NBA, and they started at the NBA, but it doesn't start at the NBA.
Oh, well.
He said that load management starts at AAU. He said that, and I remember somebody saying a long time ago, he said that load management starts at AAU. He said that AAU basketball coaches don't give a fuck about those players and their development. And that's where it starts at. Some of those guys are playing 12 to 15 games a weekend. And they basically said that they needed to do better jobs of managing those kids even then. I want to bring it up. We talking about basketball, so speak on it. Todd, by the way, was the first person to bring that up.
I remember that. The way I try to relate to it is playing basketball as a kid and just playing in those tournaments, not necessarily AAU, but just in general playing in tournaments. And I didn't feel overworked as a kid. I just wanted to play. I just wanted to get in the game. I just wanted to, But when you think about it from that perspective as load management and do these kids need to be doing that, we talk about that all the time, load management going to football. Maybe it's because it's a bit more than when we were kids. It's a whole lot more. Basketball had a season. Football had a season. Now all of these things are year-round.
Right.
And so at some point in time, they have to rest, man. They have to relax. They have to chill out at that point in time.
Yeah. I was looking at Earl Watson. He said load management isn't the toll of the NBA schedule. It's the toll of youth travel basketball, playing 12 to 15 games a weekend, keeping the monthly fees validated. That hurts the players later in life. As rookies entering the NBA, they come in hurting. Youth hoops
Zion.
need less games and more teaching.
And you see that often.
We talked about it with football.
Man, look, Ben Simmons didn't play his first year. Zion hadn't played yet.
Embiid.
Embiid, Michael Porter Jr. I can keep going if you want me to.
Mm-hmm.
Bruh, these boys have played so much fucking basketball by the time they end up at that draft day event. Basketball ends maybe in fucking March. You got summer league ball. If you playing on EYBL circuit, that's the top tier. And that Adidas gauntlet. Those two, neck and neck. Man, and then not to mention just those two, you got the mom and pop AAU circuits. You know what I'm saying? The AAU circuits around the city.
Not everything.
Everything AAU.
If you play in the summer, AAU. My boy play AAU.
That used to only be for the good niggas.
Right.
Yeah, I was like, AAU for real?
Got
Man,
scrub
everybody got an AAU team.
Bum
But-
AAU. Yeah, bum
Right.
AAU.
Bum bum you.
And, you know, I don't want to discredit nobody kid because they may be playing and they may not get a chance to play at that high level.
You played bums. You played against bums. You know some bums are bums. It's okay.
But
Shirt skin.
I get it, but man, listen, get them, man. You got conditioning, then you go into the season, then you got AAU, then you got the summer AAU. Like they have no time off.
Yeah.
We've talked about
None.
it. Like we mentioned it ourselves. Like, man, by the time we were finishing our senior year of college, man, I did not want to play sports anymore.
Yeah. And
my body didn't want to play no more.
And I worried that football is taking on. I see a lot.
It's worse.
We talked about that because football is trying to take on that transition of what AAU basketball is doing. They got these kids playing well
7
into
on 7 and
February.
shit. Right.
February going to tournaments in Atlanta and all that shit.
Right.
Man, y'all got to cut that shit out. Like
When was
Yeah,
that?
Little League
I
football
remember
and
when we
shit,
was
too.
little, we played football until October, maybe.
August to October?
And then after that, you didn't play
That's
again
it.
until that next August.
Right.
Right. And like, I don't remember when it was when we was in the gym with Sharita and her son. Like, when was that? That had to be like May, June,
something like
maybe?
that,
And they was
yeah.
already in pads.
Yeah, they was in pads.
That's
For the
crazy.
next
That's
season, they was in
crazy.
pads,
That's crazy.
man.
And like you said, to AAU basketball, man, these kids, they're playing all summer. They go into their season in October. From October, they going all the way again into fucking August. Or well, I say July, August.
July,
And then they got a month off and then they back in to get ready for their regular season.
Right.
All they get off is whatever holiday is in May. I don't even know.
Yeah.
Easter or some shit in April.
But it's
I
crazy,
don't know.
man, because they
I just want to bring that up, man.
they ain't running no plays.
Rest your kids,
They just
man.
out
Rest your
there,
kids.
motherfucker.
They're just out there.
hooping. No fundamentals. No nothing.
Just
It's
go.
just going.
Yep.
And then you end up fooling the hell out the coach because you have one good game and Coach K in that bitch. Oh, who is this kid?
He's it.
And he looking for somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
They
He's
just-
it. And you
The
get
one and
lost on the
done.
bench.
He just
Right.
looking for the one and done.
Right. And
Yeah.
that's why
So-
they, you know.
I don't know.
Right.
I didn't mean to cut your earlier story off. I just
Bum
wanna
ass
stay
nigga
on
cut me
basketball
off,
while we
cuz.
was on it.
That's good, man. But speaking of bums, this bum NFL workout. I'm just kidding. I think it's a great opportunity for Cap though. But what do y'all think about Cap finally getting an opportunity? No matter whether it's NFL put together or whoever put together, just him being able to get an opportunity to finally get an actual workout from the NFL. And I most recently saw it's going to be at least 24 teams, more than 24 teams that are watching him, actually.
Minus the Cowboys. They said they ain't going. Either way.
We kind of figured that and knew that. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? That's his.
What
way.
kind of hold Jared Jones got? Because he got my man Big Spook. My man he kneeled for 3 years straight. First game of Jared Jones, he was up on his feet.
Yeah.
We
To my Bennett, right?
He likes to
Yeah.
talk. I'm sure somebody's going to ask him that question. I can't wait. I'm waiting. I want to hear that answer. And it's overdue.
Yeah.
So probably need to go search the internet to see if he has responded to that. But that's weird. He has some kind of hold because he's been saying that even when some
He said it
players
before
wanted
that.
to go
He
get
said, nah,
you kneel, you're
Not
fine.
here.
You couldn't the Cowboys, you kneel, you
You
gone.
standing, right?
You
know what I'm
over it.
saying? And so far, everybody has stood. Even can't get right. He has. And he was
He went from not liking him to liking him.
Even him, you know what I'm saying?
Leave
So-
my boy alone.
But
He ain't him.
it's about time though. Like Cap should have been, got to look from somebody. You mean as hell me
Do y'all think this is
Peterman
just,
is better than Cap? Nathan
It's
Peterman?
a lot of people who are not better. But do y'all think this is just one of those looks? Just off the strength, we'll give him a look.
Why now, though?
Jay-Z. Jay-Z has now...
Like favor for a favor, like
Yes.
help me look
like, hey,
good
I
kinda
took
thing?
these bullets for you. I got into it to help the
You
league.
gotta get me.
Yeah, you got to give me something.
You gotta give me something.
You have to give me something in response.
I
for me
would.
taking
I
those
wouldn't say that
bullets.
it ain't. We know big business, man. We know
Right.
politics. Like, hey, man, you got to give me something. Hey, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna deliver
Just for
this,
that.
but you got to give me something.
Quid
I
pro
wouldn't
quo.
knock and say that it's not that. Do y'all think? Do y'all think that the layoff, the 3 years not being at this level, the game has been changing?
Mhm.
Do y'all think that that's the same?
Even for someone who practices but doesn't play in the game is completely different.
For
them.
sure.
Right.
So for somebody who hasn't even been able to practice,
All right. Having said that, I'll give you Vic. Vic was gone for 3
Came
years.
back
and
better
came
than
right
what he
back.
was.
Was looking real good.
how old was Vic?
He was in his 30s when he got
And
back.
Vic was a rarity. Like that type of athleticism, Cap doesn't have that.
But I'm gonna tell you what.
That
I
Cap
type
doesn't
of
have
arm-
that kind of arm either.
Exactly. That type of arm, Cap doesn't have that. Even with that being said, Vic still was not Vic.
He got a cannon, but
Vic would have.
Hey, that first year Vic came back, that was one of his best
that's
years.
his best year with the Eagles.
as a thrower, yes, but
as
as
a
a
passer.
whole, a total athlete, and it was a lot to do with
He
it. It was
did
a-
less running and more
He
passing.
had weaponry too.
Yeah,
in
right.
the,
That's what I'm saying. It was
Eagles.
scheme, it was weapons, it was all of that. But imagine if he would have still been in the league for those 2 years before that,
Oh,
where he
man.
would have been at that point.
Listen.
Man, who knows?
All right, so
You got Russell Wilson and Lamar Jackson pretty much leading the MVP race at this very moment.
mhm.
Why not go and get Colin? That's the same caliber of quarterback.
that's pushing it. But I can see he's that same skill set.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he's that same skill set. I think. I really don't know anymore. It's been 3 years, man. 3 years is a lot
I
of
get
time
it.
of football years.
I get it.
And now he's
It's a
still,
lot.
That's a lot of football that
and we'll see, but he still looks athletic. He still looks like he has that arm, that same
Right.
fire he had.
and
So
to,
we'll see. We got to see.
they say that the man don't know who he throwing to and all that kind of shit.
Yeah, like, and that's
AB said he'll let him throw to me.
I love to see that.
I would
I
love to
love
see
to
that shit.
They didn't. First off, they didn't give him the route tree that he's going to be running because normally they have an entire setup. Of, okay, we're going to
Right.
do
We're
3
gonna
step
run
drop,
it, right.
5 step.
Everything been a
rolls
little
out.
sneaky about this.
Yeah, and I read something that said that it's still that the NFL is just trying to self-sabotage. So they're trying to do everything they can to get him to pull out. But I don't think no matter what happens, he's not going to pull
As a
out.
competitor, you're not going to.
He's
anyway.
gonna-
So
He
does he
gotta
get
show
signed from this?
I don't think so.
I have to agree with Huda. Unfortunately, I don't think. I just think it's a media deal.
Depends on where. Maybe a Pittsburgh.
Nah,
You never know.
I don't think so.
I don't know. All in all, I wish him the best.
I
man.
wish him the best.
He was a great talent, and we'll see what happens.
Right.
Saturday, tomorrow, we'll see.
Did y'all see Skip and Shannon time may be up?
Skill.
Skip.
Skill.
Skip. I
would-
like that show.
I
really
like
do.
I like
But-
Shannon.
For those we don't know, Skip Bayless could reunite with Stephen A. Smith on First Take. Sources say the front office that Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith could potentially reunite as co-host on First Take. Bayless' contract is set to expire on Fox Sports in 2020. Instead of going straight into negotiations with Fox Sports, Bayless is expected to shop himself to potential suitors. It basically says that another possibility for the reason why Bayless is willing to talk to ESPN is the growing gap in viewership. FS1's Undisputed, which is where Bayless is now with Shannon Sharp, averages close to 150,000 to 180,000 views a day. This pales in comparison to First Take, which boasts 400,000 to 500,000 daily viewers.
Bum Kellerman.
It's
on
the
that.
time slot that they in, man. Like I would watch Undisputed every day, but That shit, I'm at work.
But I wonder.
It's just ESPN.
It definitely come on when we at work.
Right.
But I wonder, does that viewership that we're not watching, does that count to affect their clips? Because they got the best viral clips. I've never seen Stephen A. and Kellerman clips.
Right, they never on Instagram.
No,
like, I'm seeing
never.
Shannon Sharp
Right.
every
But I
time I
see
open my
Shannon
feed.
Sharp every day I open it. I see him and Skip. I'm just saying Skip.
Come on,
Let me
Skip.
tell you what my mama said, Skip.
If that's a
grandmama
horse and a
said
donkey, it's a donkey.
Yeah. If you ain't got pockets, Skip, you gotta get a frog.
Exactly.
Some shit. That nigga gonna
Put a
say
needle
some
in
shit, man. I like him and Skip, man.
I like Shannon. I like Shannon.
I like Shannon
I think
and
I
Skip.
like Shannon more so than I like Skip. And if I wanted to see somebody go to ESPN, I would want to be Shannon.
I swear, I was just about to say.
I don't want to
both of
see
them,
him and Skip go away. I like them together.
I like them together.
I liked him and Stephen A., but I feel like their
It's
time,
too much.
Yeah, their
It's
time
too
has
much,
came and
bro.
gone.
I've never, me personally, I commend him for what he does, but I've never been the biggest Stephen A. fan. Me personally, I'm not a fan
Me
of
either.
that screaming,
Me
they
either.
yelling for no reason. They
Right.
yelling with no purpose.
And that's why I say it's too
Just
much.
outrageously.
And it's gonna get more outlandish with Skip back.
Like Skip is outrageous sometimes, but he just doesn't get on there and scream, and
Right.
make noise.
Right.
And, you know.
I'm with Todd. That shit'll get outrageous together. So
I think Shannon should be on NFL. What it is, NFL countdown.
Mhm.
Put my ball right there, man.
I
Let
agree.
him go.
As well as NFL.
Let him go.
NFL,
NFL
Network.
Live.
Put him with
Let him-
Dion.
Oh yeah.
Put him with Dion.
That's must see TV
man.
right there, boy.
Put him
Deion
with
coming
Dion.
to Florida State.
Probably all y'all can afford right now, cuz.
If we get Deion, we get every player in the country.
This is this. Y'all recruiting class go up.
Must be the money. There you go.
Yeah.
Jerry curls and all. Goddamn. We gonna see.
Here we go. Moving on into the dummy of the week.
Dumb shit.
Dummy.
Dumbass, fucking ass, dummy.
Some
Shit.
bitch.
Said it all.
Popeye's employees, now infamous for the chicken sandwich being brought back to market. A new Popeye's, man, has come under fire because employees have turned on each other after they caught one of their other employees side hustling the chicken sandwich.
Just like a nigga.
Man.
I love it. But just like a
And employees at the Los Angeles Popeyes got into a brawl after a group of them confronted another employee suspected of selling the chicken sandwich on the side.
Why they mad?
During the brawl, it was caught on video. Someone could be heard screaming, "You hit me, bitch!"
Loud as fuck. With her AirPods in.
I guess basically one of the employees was side hustling the chicken sandwich, basically taking the money, selling it, and putting it directly into their pocket. Was confronted by some of the other employees, in which a brawl ensued.
Hey.
If you haven't seen the video, it's definitely a melee. It's about 6, 7, 8 of them out there fighting over this fucking chicken sandwich, man.
Why they hating over a side hustle? They ain't your chicken.
Right.
Yeah.
You can get a side hustle too.
Like
She
you
ain't think
pluck
to
the
do
feathers.
it. That's all.
That person probably was at work
You
saying,
got it first.
I'm tired of being in here.
You was thinking of a way out.
Exactly.
Right.
Nigga slamming them hoes in that grease all day, bitch. Let
Right.
me make a little extra money on the side.
Yeah,
I still ain't had one of them hoes.
But they letting chicken. That shit. I had one about a week ago, and that shit was gummy. You can tell that something's up with that chicken. That shit was gummy. It was
It
almost
ain't.
half
I
done.
think
It's
that they just sometimes cook it too fast. I think that they got so many people, and I think they
So
just
many-
cook
yeah,
it
high
fast.
demand.
They rushing it.
They rushing that shit out the grease.
I think that heat has died down now too, because it's no longer that popular.
It gotta
it
be still
was.
popular. We still seeing fights. We still
You
seeing
see a
side
nigga-
hustles.
This nigga selling them hoes like rocks.
That shit. I saw another one. Nigga selling them bitches at a concert too,
Dang.
out of book bag, and they were buying them hoes $7 a pop. Shh, that's a come on.
That's a
I
hell
don't
of a
know.
come up, baby.
But these people
That's
who
dumb.
got mad at the man for selling it
You a hater?
for a hustle, side hustle, you are the dummy of the week.
Exactly. I'm not
Dummy.
mad at the nigga
Dumb
who's selling.
son
I'm
bitch,
mad
you.
at the nigga who hating on the
Dummy
seller.
ass dummy.
Yeah.
Stupid ass dummy.
Don't hate on the seller.
yeah, man.
Any
Seller-
other things that we missed? Anything we forgot to mention?
Let me see.
Dave East. They said that his album Survivor debuted at 164 on the Billboard chart out of 200. Said that the first week sales was expected to make around 3,000.
That's terrible, man.
Damn.
Shit, we almost
actually-
averaged that a week.
Exactly. I actually like the album. It's okay. It ain't the biggest seller, but damn, 3,000 is tough, man.
And he can rap.
Real good.
You can rap.
Real good.
His acting career better take him where it need to go.
It better because, like you said, like we was talking about earlier, like people, if you're not just out here trying to make a splash with the bebop, pop, pop, making noises, rap, you're not gonna make it. It's just like if you're not just trying to make a splash, you're not gonna make it. If you have some substance, some content, it's gonna take you a little longer than that one hit wonder will.
3,000, bro.
Any other things we missed? What else we missed?
John Legend, the sexiest man alive.
That's some total bullshit.
Women be safe, like on some real shit. Women be safe because we see a lot of these young ladies, young girls coming up missing and things.
Definitely be safe.
Yeah.
Women be safe, man.
Please be aware of your surroundings. Let your loved ones know where you're gonna be at, how you traveling. Share your location with somebody. That's another thing.
Especially around the holidays, bro.
Yeah.
Like
around any time.
Like
But
these folks finna be out here and shit finna get real crazy.
That shit's crazy, man.
Be
Like,
mindful, man. If you got
man,
that
stop
thing, keep it.
snatching women. First of all,
Yeah,
man, leave them the
right.
fuck alone, man.
The people who doing that probably not listening to us.
This is true.
Like
sure.
like Pac said, we all came from a woman, got a game from a woman. Why do we hate our women?
Yeah.
Man, that shit crazy. Like, why would you do that? Like, knowing you got a mom, you could have a daughter or something like that. Like, why would you want to do that? Like, I couldn't even imagine that.
That's
But
a different train of thinking. So I really couldn't. I don't know. But be safe, women. So what we do, we protect our women. Y'all protect yourselves as well.
Anything else we missed and left out? I'm finna FaceTime. Can't get right when I get off.
Fuck, can't get right.
Don't do my
He
boy
might
like
be. He might still be watching UC Santa Barbara playing basketball.
the 49ers that ain't on.
Yeah, exactly. The Charlotte 49. I think we're watching the wrong 49.
Man.
Well, other than that, we'll be back next week like we never left, because like we say every week, we never
Merchandise.
leave. Hey, merchandise is here.
Get the motherfucking
Please
merch.
go get it. Go
You
cop
bitch,
it. Share this episode. Share our website. Add us. Let us know. Follow us on either YouTube or Instagram. Or put us in your store for a chance to win the $500. Damn.
50, nigga.
I don't know who the fuck don't give you $500, but it won't be the dummies, okay?
$50 gift card, man, from the Dummies podcast. And with that, we'll be back next week like we never left. We love y'all. You dig?
Nigga,
You
think
bitch
this
you.
a part-time
And I'm
job
stealing
or
this
some
motherfucking
shit.
shirt.
Nigga said $500.
That's all right.
Dummy.